Hello, everybody. Welcome to the next session of the Mariguard Mercenaries. Before we dive into what is going on today, let's go ahead and give one of our players an opportunity to earn a point of inspiration by giving us a recap of what happened last time. And Pen, you've...
Nope, Meg.
Somebody's volunteered.
I'm pretty sure Meg volunteered.
Yeah, I did.
Okay, Meg, go for it.
So last time we started back on board the ship right after Arya had perished in the battle to close the rift, basically.
Mhm.
9 laid Arya it down in a bunk, and Renata casted Gentle Repose on Arya's body, and immediately her body reacted by darkening and all of her veins tinging green, looking as if she was infected by the puppeteer's curse, despite her veins not flowing and moving right now. Spring, meanwhile, retreated into her little ammunition storage area, and she prayed to Varian very aggressively. Varian implied that if she wanted to free Arya, that doing his work and disrupting the seals would also free her. And then he also damaged her a little bit just for her insolence. Aaron and Scythe were brooding together, and Dredger ended up asking Aaron about how he ended up closing the rift and what it felt like and how he adjusted the counterspell to do that. Renata and Scythe took watch together and talked about Arya being tainted and trying to recover her soul. 9 and Captain Yaga had a brief conversation about the captain's debt that got him into this, and then trying to keep the Water Witch to stay afloat for this whole adventure, which 9 said he would try. Vespa was looking for something, but we didn't really find out what.
It was Arya, I know it.
9 and his father had a long-distance conversation after that from Hal, and his dad implied that he would be punished if he let his soul get lost, but, like, what is he going to do about it? Spring and Aaron argued over who is to blame on their watch. Spring offered very magnanimously to share the blame equally, and she tried to basically, like, heal the rift between them. It sounded like Aaron was not on board with letting go of his feelings right now, because he said that it's the only thing getting him through right now. And he did expose a little bit about his past, where he was supposed to be an artificer. He came from the Art Tinkerers Guild, but he left because he saw people with power and wanted it. She apologized for slapping him, and then they woke up in the morning and they heard a sail from off the ship. Spring saw a small little sampan and a single person on this tiny sailboat, and the Water Witch was going in circles. The captain discovered that the rudder was not there, was lost, and Captain ordered it to be fixed and somebody to get an eye on the approaching sailboat. So Spring volunteered to fix the rudder. She went underwater. 9 turned into a dragon and flew at the sailboat to get an eye on it. The woman on board didn't seem concerned, except that her boat was heading straight for the Water Witch. 9 tried to stop the boat by pulling at the back of it, but as the boat got closer, the woman got her stuff and Misty stepped on board. The boat crashed, or the little sailboat crashed into the Water Witch. Didn't end up harming the Water Witch. But when Spring went under to fix the rudder, she found that there were 2 crabs and an anglerfish from the anomalies down there. The anglerfish charmed her, and that's when Renata noticed that something was wrong and started calling out, even as this person got on board. So she didn't answer any questions. We went immediately into a fight. Scythe and Renata pulled Spring out back from the charm. We went into our combat at 9, jumped in, and turned into a giant squid. He bit at a crab and grappled it, and then got attacked by the other one. Aaron casted Mode of Hell on one of them. Yimei Sarai, who introduced herself briefly during all of this, dispelled charm on Spring, and then Spring jumped into the water and started punching at crabs. Scythe jumped into the water and absolutely speared the angular fish and killed it, and then attacked another crab. And then so then we killed one of the crabs, and then Yimei Sarai banished the last crab. Everybody got back on board, and this is where my notes end. I'm sorry, guys. Everybody got back on board. Everybody turned to Yimei Sarai, who
Well, sorry about that.
was like, sorry about that. Renata asked if she was part of the Mariguard, and she didn't seem like to jump at answering, but she told him, oh, well, I am a divination wizard, and my portents brought me here. I should be here. Otherwise, the weft will fail. Or the weave will fail, is what her visions told her, she believes. They were discussing it a little bit longer. Spring came up briefly, and then ducked below deck. And then, as people kept leaving, and Renata left to go cover Arya, left Yimei Sarai with just Scythe and Aaron. Aaron was just keeping an eye on her, but Scythe did have a conversation with her about what her past and why she's here, and what path she follows, which is the druid path. They discussed that maybe she could help by trying to foresee where these seals are. She took the compass from the captain and did try to look into where the seals are. She saw an underground city frozen in time, basically, with all the waterfalls frozen and everything, and then she smelled iron, and it seemed like hot volcanic activity nearby, I think, or something like that. And she tried to describe it to Scythe and the captain and Aaron, but nobody quite knew what she was talking about, and that's where we ended last session. Woo. Woo.
Yeah.
Nailed it.
So we pick up where you've left off. You've earned a point of inspiration, Meg. Well done. You guys are aboard the Water Witch, and you've had this vision. It is pretty early in the day, though you have plenty of travel to do. So let's go ahead and pull up the boat.
The boot.
As my foundry is being slow. Here we go.
And
As the
Aaron is brooding this session, right?
Yes, Aaron is weirdly vacant this session, so please avoid talking to him if you can.
Today's the day I finally get that therapy session out of him.
Yeah.
That'll be very one-sided, I'm afraid.
That and the million gold pieces.
Indeed. So, with the circumstance of this vision having just occurred, Yimei Sarai, Captain Naga is next to you. He's kind of looking down at the Wefton, and he says, "Are you finished with that?"
Oh, yeah, of course. And she'll hand it back and smile at him, of course.
He doesn't smile back, but that seems normal. He takes the Wefton, and then he looks around Where's Spring?
Helping
I
Caldo?
I think Spring went to help Haldo at the end.
Right.
Mhm.
And
Okay. So
was
you guys are still
yeah.
fixing the rudder.
Yeah, I think we're fixing she's trying to up her carpentry skill,
She
I
was
think.
also extremely motivated by the idea of the weave being jeopardized, so she jumped
She
for it.
was
As soon as she
indeed
heard that
she
from
was
Yume
like, "Oh
Sarai, she was like,
fuck."
"Oh fuck!"
Yeah.
So she expedited that process of fixing the rudder.
Okay. Then you watch as Captain Naga, instead of looking for Spring, goes to the mainsail with Wefton in hand, and you see that he begins to slowly, manually turn the mainsail in the direction the Wefton is pointing. It's incredibly slow and tedious to watch. He basically has like a number of ropes that he's tying them off one by one to get the mainsail pointing a specific direction. It is only at half sail, and the anchor is still down, so the boat is not moving yet. Seems as though he's trying to make preparations for when the boat does have a working rudder once more.
Captain,
Yes.
I have cumulatively 20 minutes of control water that I can get us going in. Do you think that's useful, or would that be a waste?
We don't have a rudder yet
Uh-huh. I can control what direction that we go in.
for 20 minutes.
That actually
Mhm.
reminds me. I think I should probably cast water breathing on everybody for the day.
Oh, you didn't do that?
No, I had to drink a potion underwater.
Oops, a doodle.
Whoops is right. So
You
I will
may
do
wish
that.
to wait until Aldo and Spring are nearby before you cast that.
Right. Yeah. Good idea.
So was that a no on the spell?
It's a wait until we have a fucking rudder on the spell.
Right.
Which we're going to take this moment to cut away to Spring and Caldo. So, Emily, when Spring is crafting something, when she's building something or designing something, she probably has a set of tools that are like her primary focus, the sorts of things that she is the best with or has the most time with. What sort of materials or tools do you think Spring is the most comfortable with?
The tools that she is the most comfortable with are absolutely armorer's tools. She is herself an armorer. I think that when she was a kid, it was like leather workers' tools were kind of her primary, and as she got older, they were like metallurgy tools. And so I think that that's part of why like she never really got into carpentry, but I imagine it's a much softer wood is a much softer material than she is used to working with in like versus metallurgy. I think their metal workers tools are her primary.
In your experience, as someone who's most proficient with Smith's tools, you have some frustrations with carpenter's
I
tools.
imagine. Oh yeah.
Wood is not a forgiving material. When
Nope.
you remove or destroy too much metal, it is a simple task to add more. But when that happens with wood, you've basically fucked up and you have to start over.
Yep. I think Spring is very much a blunt force kind of person. It comes out in all of her personality, including like there is a reason that she fights primarily with her fists, and she is also kind of a blunt force artificer, and so carpentry certainly doesn't come naturally to her.
So, as Caldo is trying to get the contours of the rudder properly formed from what looks like it is a blueprint. It is a vellum waxed laminated paper that is specific to this boat, and it has a description and schematic of the rudder for if a reconstruction needs to happen. This is to be expected on any ship, is to have various schematics of the parts in case you need to build another one. And Caldo has it open. You are working with him to try and rebuild the rudder. This is more precise work than I think you've done with woodworking in a while. Or at least with carpenter's tools, which I don't know if you're proficient with yet.
Not yet. Let me see.
I know we have some progress toward them.
Yeah, we have some progress toward it, but I don't know. Let me see if I know I have it written down somewhere. Oh, I think it's on the. Oh, that's inventory. Sorry, it takes me a second to even find where I put this in my notes. I will eventually find it.
No worries.
Oh, here it is in other possessions. Carpentry, 39 toward carpentry proficiency.
39,
I don't know
okay.
out of how many.
Okay. Go ahead right now. Roll me just an intelligence roll.
Okay. Oh, I rolled it for, I forgot it's not showing up on the sheet.
Just tell me the
but I rolled
number.
18. I rolled an 18.
Okay. Give me a wisdom saving throw.
Sure.
14. The frustrations of working with wood when one is accustomed to working with metal is something that you are you're starting to get used to. You understand that it requires a level of patience that metal just doesn't. Metal is a lot more flexible. It's almost like a partnership. Like metal takes the abuse and then gives it back. Wood just breaks. With that understanding, you're working aggressively, but you rolled well enough that you're not damaging anything. You're just working quickly. And while that's happening, you get the sensation that over-the-shoulder presence of Caldo watching you work, and he keeps being on the verge of telling you how you're doing something wrong, but you're catching it right before it becomes a real mistake. So there's like this building, like all right, okay. It's tedious and maybe a little annoying, but you do, over the next hour or so, get a mock-up of a rudder completed with Caldo's help and Caldo's supervision. Based on your rolls, go ahead and add 9 to that total toward carpenter's tools.
That's fun. I think the tutoring of not quite messing up is partially based on these roles. I'm going to say she is used to having teachers, and there's something like, in particular, elves that know a lot more than her. She is used to learning from. And so she's like really keenly attuned to the oh, you're gonna fuck up, and she's like, I'm gonna impress him and not fuck up.
Right.
And that's so she keeps pulling it back, being like, nope, I'm not gonna fuck up. I know what I'm gonna show him. I'm gonna know what I'm doing.
Of course, that would be the attitude that it comes from. Well, by the end of it all, the rudder is complete. It is rough. There is no denying. It's definitely not perfect. The lines are not as symmetrical as you would like, but Caldo seems perfectly pleased with it. He says, all right, yeah, this'll do the job. This'll steer the ship just fine. Once we get it sealed up, we can go ahead and get it upstairs, and then maybe Captain Olga won't yell at us.
That would be great.
I have a question, if you don't mind. It's clear to me you have a knack for building such. You know how to work with tools. Why do you seem so angry?
At the tools?
No, at the he points at the rudder. He's like, at the work.
It's not metal, and I'm used to metal. And it's not it's not doing what I want as quickly as I don't like not being good at things.
All right, that's fair. I don't think anybody likes that.
My dad says that I would be a better artificer if I just had some more fucking patience.
Well, that would be too bold of me to say anything on the matter, so I'm glad
Well,
to say...
no, he's right.
Well, it's not my place.
I would say that I'm working on it. I guess I'm working on it through trying to work with wood, I guess. I didn't fuck it up. I guess.
No, you didn't fuck it up. It'll do. If you want, maybe in the future we can get a supply of hardwood. You might have better luck with that. It's harder to go too far with hardwood.
Sure. That sounds great.
But most of what we do as ship repairs is like, fir or pine, because you can work it quick and get it in position fast enough. Boat repairs is not the same as, practicing. But next time we're at harbor, we can get a supply of material you'll be more comfortable with.
What do you mean practicing? Like practicing shipbuilding?
Well, we're at sea, right? So if there's a problem with the ship, whether you're good at carpentry or not, you're what we have.
Sure.
So it's practice whether you
practicing.
like it or not.
Yeah, I get it. You have been building them for a long time, I imagine.
Oh, decades.
Yeah.
It's just, I'm just trying to, guide you so that if you fuck it up too much, I can still bring it back.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think that plane is not straight, and that could be better. And I think Spring is pretty good at recognizing things that are not perfect. It's just like, well, we'll put this one on it, and then I'll build another one, and maybe that'll be straighter, so we can have another one. That's
Sure,
better.
we can just hope some more giant crabs break this one off, and then stick the new one in.
Yeah. Let's not hope that, but in case we need it, it seems like there are giant fucking crabs now. So
I mean,
I didn't catch it.
hope for
I
the
should have
best.
caught it last night.
Hope for the best. Expect the worst.
Yep.
And no one caught it last night. Why are you blaming yourself?
I don't know. I was on watch. I didn't
So
see
was
anything.
everyone else. Nobody caught giant
guess.
crabs. Which I think is a venereal disease somewhere else.
Yeah. Well.
All right, you get that end, I'll
Yep.
get this one, and we can make sure Naga is going to be all right with this.
Yeah. We'll bring it to him.
It is heavy. It is a full rudder for a fucking freight ship. So I'm going to need athletics from you and Caldo.
You. Oof. Only 11.
He rolled a disadvantage and got a 16 on the lower roll, so he is
Wow. Okay.
apparently
Okay.
he's
on it.
Yeah. He's withered from exhaustion and starvation, and yet the unquenchable, unfetterable, upbeat attitude of Caldo gets the rudder up the stairs. As you and him pull it up, and you see that now there's a ton of ropes suddenly binding the mainsail in a particular direction. You see the rest of the crew is kind of just standing around.
Coming through. Rudder here.
That looks great, Spring.
Could be better. It'll do.
Renata, you see from behind Spring, Caldo's like,
Okay.
I'm glad you got it done quickly. Please get it over the side, and we can get it mounted in the moorings. Before you do that, though, and then Naga looks at 9.
Oh, right. You have been blessed with water breathing. Ba-bow.
Babow.
Yeah.
You
Spring,
feel the
like,
effects
tilts her
of
head, is
water
like-
breathing.
Those are interesting. Everyone's arcana is different.
I just made it up
Interesting
just
arcane
now.
working. Babow.
Yep.
Ancient druidic.
That's right.
I'm pretty sure I've heard kobolds
Okay.
say something along the lines.
Side looks confused.
Luxurious creatures, kobolds. Servants of dragons. I like them.
Luxurious?
Um,
Huh.
Yeah, we'll go with that.
Okay. Spring ties a rope around herself to go over the side to put the rudder on.
As you do so, Caldo is got the rope tied to the upper side of the rudder, where there is a mooring for the upper end of the rudder, right up astern, right just below the side of the boat. So he's waiting for you to get down to the bottom side of it, and he says, "I'd handle the lower end, but I'm still a bit fatigued."
Yeah,
so
you rest. Plus, I've got the cloak anyway, which is helpful. So
I feel like that's cheating a little bit.
it absolutely. Well, no, it's not because it's mechanical. I'm just using assistance. That's all.
It still feels like cheating, whether
Magic.
it's all right, fine. And he's just ties it off on the loop and waits for you to get in the water.
Yep, she jumps in.
Okay. This is simple. It's just a strength check.
Brad. She's good at that, so don't fail me now, Spring. Are you not gonna let me roll strength?
Oh, yeah. Easy. You do not break the rudder as you get it set into its mooring. And it's simple enough. You see these 2 ropes that have been threaded through from the top, and they are how the helm controls the rudder. The mounting points that Caldo pointedly ensured were built into the rudder. You tie them off, and the rudder is mounted and attached.
Fantastic.
While this is happening, what's everybody else doing? Because we've had a big
I-
chunk of time for this.
I know what Yume Sarai has done.
So you may say right now.
Has done is such a way of phrasing it.
As
she kind of settled into a
such a
spot
way.
with her book on her lap. And then she took out a piece of wood and some twine, and she wrapped the twine around the wood, and she's been chanting as a ritual. And then as she finishes it, it takes her a while, but as she finishes it, the piece of wood sprouts at each of its corners, little sprouts, and then at the top of it sprouts a bud into a flower. This one is a rose. It almost looks like a little stick drawing if you looked at it. And then she tucks it in. She tucks it into her cloak pocket, and then she tells something. She's like, "Can you go help the captain?" And an unseen servant is gonna go to try to help the captain. I assume that it's not gonna go well, because she doesn't know what to command it.
I'm sorry. What are you commanding?
An unseen
An
servant.
unseen servant.
All right. Yeah, Captain Naga is standing at the helm. He doesn't really seem to have anything to do. You see, he's kind of.
Oh, you
He's
said
like-
during this period, so I assumed while he was trying to orient the boat and things like that.
Oh, that took him a minute, and then
Oh,
he's
okay.
just waiting
Then
for the rudder to be built.
Oh, then she definitely does not command the unseen servant to help the captain. Never mind. She still does all that, but then she tells him, "Can you go prepare us a spot to eat? Thank you." And then she'll go back to studying her
Unseen
book.
servant.
It
Okay.
just goes to the galley and starts making tea.
Yeah, the galley will go make some tea and fix up a light meal from whatever is possible, and then we'll come back up and with, I assume, a tray. Floating throughout the air.
It is a tray laden with hardtack and pemmican.
Yeah, and
Incredible. It's delicious.
Yeah.
it is gonna go to each person on board and offer them a light refreshment.
Oh my
Like hors
god.
d'oeuvres.
Yeah.
Finger food.
Incredible.
Like
Incredible.
hardtack and like salted pork between little sandwiches.
The
But
hardest.
fancy because it's on a tray.
It is on a tray, and there was tea.
There's tea.
Yeah, there's tea, which is remarkably nice compared to the ship's ration that is also presented
You
to
can
you.
dip your sandwich in the tea. It'll be good.
To soften it up.
It doesn't.
Renata gratefully takes them.
I think Nine is like looking at the tray floating. He's like, "What is this? What is happening? What's going on?
Witchcraft.
Where am I?" He'll take a hardtack and pemmican. And, all right, thank you, but that's not coffee, so no thanks.
I see a theme here.
Class's characters enjoy coffee. I see. Okay.
Yes.
The rule that breaks the lines between campaigns. All right. Well, those of you who enjoy a refreshment, the hardtack is incredibly hard and the pemmican doesn't taste like much, but hey, it's food.
It was on a
Food.
tray.
It is a spot of food. It is a spot of
was
food that is
served
available.
The tea is
to
nice.
Yay.
It always tastes better when somebody serves you.
It's true. Somebody makes
true.
the thing for you, it tastes so much better.
All right. So, I think I'm going to ask the hard question here. When are we going to tell the Meriguard that we've lost someone?
Well, Spring has the means of doing so I suppose when she's
I
ready
think-
to write it down.
I thought she did send.
Yeah, she did that at the beginning of last
Oh,
session.
she did.
We just haven't heard
Yeah.
back from them yet.
We just
Sorry.
haven't heard back from them. Yeah, she sent I didn't write it out or anything, but we said that at the beginning of last session
Oh.
she wrote out a thing on the
He
sending
did.
paper.
I do remember reading that or hearing that.
Okay.
And we said that we had hadn't located the next artifact, but we had picked up Dredger.
Basically, it was like
Uh,
mission failure. Someone died.
Yeah, pretty much.
You would have gotten a
Gotcha.
response that basically said, acknowledged, keep going.
Yeah, keep going. Yeah.
All right. Well, never mind. Yeah.
How could you have missed that, 9? We were all there when it happened.
I think during this period of time, Scythe is just working with Bub to continue trying to get her animal handling.
Adorable.
So while the so when the unseen servant comes with the hardtack and pemmican on a tray, Bub is very excited because he's a dog.
And that thing is
Okay.
moving somehow, yes.
Yeah, so Scythe will try to use the pemmican as a training trait.
It doesn't
Ah!
go well
No,
because pemmican doesn't really taste like much except like salt. Go ahead, roll animal handling, which is just a wisdom check, basically. $13. Anyone paying attention watches as Bub puts a piece of pemmican in his mouth and just, "Blah," and it is on the deck of the ship.
Rejected.
she'll pet and razzle him a little bit. She can't blame him.
It is
It's like what happens when you give a dog lettuce.
basically, yeah. He's just like,
What
this
is
isn't
bullshit?
pleasant.
Some dogs love lettuce. I speak from experience.
I will say that Bub does not enjoy hardtack or pemmican very much. To be fair,
Fair enough.
it doesn't really taste like a lot, so it's food to sustain you, not to nourish you.
Fair enough.
Sorry, you can add 1 point toward your animal handling progress.
Well, we just keep going. It's slow and steady like the tortoise.
When you said Mercy, Meg, I assumed you were speaking of Mercy from Sal's Saturday campaign, and I was like, that
Oh.
doesn't make sense.
No, it's
but
her
all
dog.
right. Now I
My-
know.
Yeah, my dog got named after Mercy the character, and then my campaign character got named after Mercy my dog.
Incredible.
From Overwatch?
Yeah.
Adorable. Okay. Renata, are
Hi.
you doing anything during this period
Yeah.
of time?
While that was going on, she would have retreated below deck to sit by the veiled form of Arya because
Ah,
she
yes.
was like, new person, she doesn't need to see this.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, there's a body there. It's the strange state that Renata put it in that she doesn't really want to advertise to this new person.
Yeah.
But she will sit there and she will try to pray.
Oh. All right. What do you pray?
She will pray to Calciox, of course. And she will say, Calciox, I need to know if my efforts to help my friend have tainted her, and if I should ever attempt to do something like this again, or is it just doing more harm than good?
Roll a wisdom plus proficiency check.
Okay. $16.
Okay. So, as you reach out, you feel that presence almost swirl about you like a mist. And as it does, you hear the curse of the disease is fended away by the magic of one's soul. This woman, her soul is gone. There is nothing to push the plague away. It is not your fault.
Does that mean if we freed her soul and cast resurrection, that she would return to a body that's been plagued?
There's a pause, and then you hear, I am uncertain.
Great.
The body would be molded, changed slightly by the curse. But the power of the soul would cleanse it, the same as yours has been. And so she would be whole, but changed. This is what I surmise.
Would she be like me? Would she be contagious?
You believe you are contagious.
I have to be. Look at what I did to her.
That body has been exposed to the dead, the same as yours. Do not look at this as a consequence of your presence.
I can't see it as anything but.
You have received my guidance. Whether you take it or not is up to you.
She's jolted from her unsatisfying conversation to a tray bumping into her back. The unseen servant.
Yeah, you were offered some hardtack and pemmican and tea.
Yeah. She takes the food and stares into the tea and cries into it.
You are jolted from this moment of, well, maybe not revelation, you're not entirely sure, by a voice from behind you. So what happened to her?
Is it Obi?
It is Oberon.
She wipes her face and turns to him and says, we met something down there we weren't expecting. Something that we didn't understand, and she got pulled into it like a rift to nothing.
That's terrifying.
It was. She and Spring went in, and I tried to help, but when I got in there too, Arya was already dead.
I've seen a lot of shit in my time with the, well, the Aurelian Guard. Can't say I've ever seen anyone slip into a portal and then be dead when they came back, though.
Spring is the only one who saw what happened to her. There were these things in there too, like masses of black or shadow or nothing. And she said that she saw them eat Arya's soul. And I'm taking that in the literal sense, so I don't even know if we solve whatever this issue is with this weft, if for some reason the souls that aren't going to the afterlife or they can't move on are freed, I don't even know if she'd have a soul left to put back into her body. I don't know.
What did they look like?
The shadow things?
Yeah, you said you saw them.
It's hard to explain. They were like many appendaged, kind of formless, or that's me asking Echo.
Yeah. They weren't really definable. Some of them had normal,
vaguely
like
humanoid.
Yeah, they were kind of humanoid in shape, but their silhouettes they didn't really have like edges. It was like trying to comprehend a shadow in a shadow.
She explains that, and she says they had physicality to them. I saw Spring push and punch one, and it seemed like when they came out of the nothing space that we were in and entered the Prime, they took on these mutated aquan forms, like these crabs that we've been seeing, or these fish that have been drawn to us as long as we've been on the sea.
I remember an old bard was telling a story about these monsters from far away. And he said he called them the Aether Weird. And
Sounds suitable. They were weird.
they were formless and shapeless, but they could reach you and they could see you and they could take from you what no one else could. According to the story.
How did he know this story, or they?
I don't know. He was a bard. I thought he was making it
Bards
up.
know everything. Bards, man. Do you know what the story or the song was called?
I didn't see a subtitle or an album cover or something. It was just a story he was saying in the tavern that I was at.
You don't remember any particular lines that stood out to you?
And when the night's coldest, when it could be before dawn, the weirds would come and pull from you that which was bound to who you were. And only in one's worst nightmare could it ever return.
That sounds like something I need to talk to Dredger about.
You think
What,
he's a bard?
No, no, but he is a follower of the god of nightmares. Watcher of nightmares, anyways.
All right.
It just feels like there's a connection there. It sounds like the story you're recounting has some basis in reality or truth or history or something like that.
From what I understand, most bard stories do.
Yeah.
Some kernel of truth behind all the embellishing and shit.
Well, see, I heard a song getting passed around about how one person killed the Demon King Nagora, and I just know that's not true. So, like, they can't all be true and accurate.
Oh, the song about Dura, the Slayer of the Demon King. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a great tune, and, like, everybody sings it, but that's just patently untrue. Like, I know through history that there were many people there, and he certainly wasn't the only one who killed Demon
Through
King.
history, it was like 2 years ago.
Yeah, it was... Everyone... Yeah, it's very relevant.
Just because it was recent doesn't mean it wasn't historical.
I mean, you're right. But, I mean, they've got to embellish everything for flavor.
I guess. I mean, that is a hit song. To do with this information.
Well... Sorry, I can't remember more. I admit I was pretty drunk.
Maybe if you got drunk again, you'd remember more.
I'm willing to try.
I could use it too, honestly. The days and nights we've been having.
Do we have alcohol on this boat?
Does Renata recall seeing any alcohol on this boat?
Not really.
None? How are we gonna fend off the scurvy?
With fruit.
With fruit? With limes?
In alcohol? That's what brandy was all about, I think.
What?
It was rum.
Who are you upset with?
Myself. Remembering
What is
the
happening
historical
right now?
fact.
That
Oh,
crate of
that's
oranges
fine.
just fell through.
We lost all those mangoes or whatever it was.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for getting me out of my funk, Obi. I don't think I was being very productive just wallowing down here by myself.
It looks to me like you're taking the blame for something that's not yours.
You don't know that.
I know that look. You don't live as a veteran of a lot of conflicts without recognizing unfounded guilt.
Maybe it's not unfounded.
You can say that as many times as you like, but I've heard it out of thousands of soldiers' mouths.
It had to be true for at least one of them.
You don't know that.
Good point. I'm gonna go see if I can find some mail.
Good luck.
I'll let you know if I find any.
That would be nice.
I'm gonna go raid the galley.
Okay. Roll investigation.
Okay. 11. I think she knows it's a fruitless endeavor too. She's only half-heartedly looking.
If there is ale or rum or mead or some sort of alcohol on this boat, it's not here.
Cooking wine, perhaps?
My answer's not changing
Our-
because you
our
suggested a different
5-course
alcohol.
meals? If anyone comes to find her, she's like halfway in a cupboard.
Okay.
I
Go ahead, Nine.
9 walks in. I should have accepted the tea. My mouth is dry. Is there anything to drink in here?
You just hear like a muffled no.
Shit.
There's like barrels of fresh water all lined along the
None-
wall.
Nothing to drink.
All right, nothing. Yep. All right, can I help you?
No.
In this endeavor?
I'm not doing anything.
All right. I guess water it is.
I just like being inside this cabinet.
Can I just say I hate water?
Weird hill to die on.
I mean, just like the ocean.
That's not weird.
Like I'm all fire. That's just me. And fire and water do not mix.
Well, they do mix. They make steam.
I don't need this right now, so yeah.
From the other, like the basically the barracks, you hear, "Where do you think acid comes from?"
Fire and water.
Well, it's water that burns, ain't it?
True.
That's just alcohol.
You find alcohol?
No.
Oh,
You're saying we should drink acid.
I didn't say that.
Extra proof.
That'd be terrible, actually.
Renata gives up on her endeavor and goes upstairs, and that's probably when she compliments Spring's rudder and is rebuffed for it.
Okay. That was quick. Okay. All right.
Comes first. Full circle. I couldn't say those words. God damn it.
Soul Ferkle.
Blah, blah.
All right. Then, as the rudder is installed, we will push forward in time a little bit. When the rudder now is mounted, and Caldo and Spring, you're back on deck. All of you have breathe water cast upon you, and the ship, the anchor is being hauled up on its chains.
May
As the
may I like do a while I'm underwater? Can I check for, are there any sea creatures around? Obviously, we would notice if there was another giant crab, but like, does the sea life look weird? Does it look like more nightmare-y and figmenty
Roll investigation.
at all? Investigation. I'm just gonna do normal instead of with my cool spectacles. Shoot, I rolled in the long sheet again. 17.
The fish that you do see seem normal.
Okay, that's good.
You see a lot of them, not close by, because there's a big ship, and it is kind of disturbing the water. But at a distance, you can see schools of fish. You see eels. You see distant, probably a shark or two. Their shapes appear normal. Their movements appear normal. At a glance
Interesting.
from
Okay.
here, it
At
looks
a glance?
like the ocean.
Great. Looks like the ocean. Helpful. I that makes me feel better.
I'm glad to be a comfort.
I shall go up.
Okay. Once you return on deck, the ship begins to move. And as it does, Naga turns to you, Renata, and says, "Do you want to cash in one of those control waters?"
I'm happy to get us started in the right direction.
All right. According to the Weftant, we need to be moving 3 minutes off of northwest by west.
She blinks and then just says,
That
"Just
direction.
tell me
He
which."
points.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. This will be 10 minutes. I have 2 control waters for a cumulative 20, so we'll start with 1, and she will cast control water
Just-
in the direction he indicated.
Just the one. We just need a boost to get us going.
Got it.
You cast control water.
Yep.
The ship surges in that direction. It accelerates quickly. Faster than the sails can fill at first, which is a little strange to watch, but everyone, it's a smooth acceleration, so no one needs to make a dexterity save or anything like that. And the Water Witch is underway. I need a D100, please.
I want to do
Butter?
it.
Yeah, you do it.
It's like
Gonna
roll.
kill
No.
Nope, that probably won't kill us. It's a 19.
Okay.
I mean, it could kill us. I don't know.
D8, please.
Finish what you started, so.
3. After the picking up of a Mercenaries and the events with the crab, the rest of this day passes without incident.
Ooh.
Which is rare, but you have a quiet day at sea.
Let's change your pace.
Yeah, as the ship cruises, the weather kind of lightens up and it gets easier to see, which is nice. You are all basically, I almost want to say comfortable for a day aboard the Water Witch. It is as smooth a sailing as it can be. Go ahead and roll me another D100.
Did I do it again, or does someone else want to?
I don't care.
Sure, I'll do it.
72. I need a D4.
Okay. Can we hit a long rest? Is that...
Yeah, all of you can hit long rest.
Oh, that was a long rest. Hold on. Then I have to do something.
Roll your
Whole
portents.
other thing. Yeah.
And
Your potatoes.
at the start of the day, we'll
Kiddos.
Oh.
5 and 5.
In your future, you make sure you see people
You
suck
could ruin
at things.
someone else's day.
People really suck.
All right.
And we'll cast this again at the start
Okay.
of the day.
Let's see here. 2. It is a misty day. Heavy fog rolls in, and you're heading in the same direction, but now it is really hard to see anywhere. It's not mysterious or ghostly fog. It's just fog, which is pretty normal at sea.
Regular ass fog.
It's just a lot of it.
Regular fog.
But considering that is the weather today, I need another D100, please.
Dibs. 5.
Cool. Nice.
This
Okay.
is your divine intervention.
Oh man.
Wrong
I'm
cleric.
really out there today.
Yeah, 5 is in the weave today.
As the ship keeps cruising along, some of you might be feeling restless, maybe a little antsy, maybe eager to accomplish something, which is kind of the nature of being at sea for a period of time. But Albie calls out from the crow's nest. You look important or dangerous.
Yeah.
Heads up.
Yeah, Mercenaries is gonna go look.
Yes,
Uh,
something.
Land, ship, what?
Land ship?
A land ship. Do you go up to the crow's nest to look, or do you look from the deck?
Yeah,
I look from the deck.
I look from the deck.
from the deck. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, run into the sides of the deck.
You, as soon as he called that out, though, Naga has pulled several ropes and pointed Caldo and Oberon to pull several as well. And the mainsail furls up to about half, slowing the progress of the ship. It takes a few minutes, during which there is anticipation. It is hard not to, feel a little spooked or concerned once there is a call of something ahead. That's the wrong one. That's way too serious. There we go. Ahead of you, the fog thins just enough to reveal the silhouette of a ship listing badly in the water. At first, it looks abandoned. And then, as you're looking, the shape resolves. You can see a broken mast, a collapsed, crane. A lot of brass work, survey lanterns swinging from rusting hooks. As it comes into perspective, this vessel was clearly not like a merchant ship. This is what you see.
Ooh, spooky.
Looks pretty fucked.
Spooky.
Its deck is crowded with winches and sample cages and dredging chains. Brass-framed instruments built to measure, depths and water pressure. You see that the hull has been torn open below the waterline. It doesn't look like cannon damage. It doesn't look like another ship ran into it. It's like something tore it open with claws. Larger than any of the giant crabs you dealt with. Long rents split the wood from beneath as if something hooked into the vessel's belly and peeled it upward. Pale salt crusts the edges of the wounds. But beneath the salt, the wood is stained with, from here you can tell, an oily blue-black ichor. The ship, you can hear it, it's groaning against the waves. It also
How
looks
is
like
that
it's been out here a while. You say that aloud, and Naga says, the derelict might have captured air within it in a solid enough piece of the hull. It should be stable if it hasn't sunk already. Are we checking this out?
I mean, Spring, look at it. There's so many possible parts you could get from that.
And so many ghosts that could be on it. And also, we have a deadline.
I could ask Calciox.
Does Calciox care about ghost ships?
That's not about caring, it's about the specifications of the spell.
Okay. I trust you.
Does Spring mean that?
She is mystified by divine magic. It's so funny because what you do and what a divination wizard does have some overlap, but she clearly trusts. She's like, if a Macer Eye is like, oh yes, I saw it in a portent. The Spring is like, oh yes, good. The arcane, I trust
Yes, of
it.
course.
Yes, of course.
Just let me
Not that
see.
god stuff.
Yeah, and if a god tells you,
Gross
she's like, I
divine
mean,
stuff.
okay, I guess.
Let me just ask him if there's a good results or bad results from exploring this.
Oh, you're casting augury?
Yes, she's going to throw her rubies that look like little blood droplets on the ground, and she's going to ask, if we explore this wreck, are the results mostly good, mostly bad, or a mixture of both?
You get 4 wheel, 1 woe.
She looks up at Spring beaming. He says it's not a bad idea. Potential hazards, but it's not like walking into an ambush.
Hey.
Would you like me to scout? Maybe zip through that opening as a hummingbird or something. See what I see.
I think that's a great idea. Maybe a seabird might do better in this weather, but you know, you
Sure.
you know animals better than I do.
I mean, just a hummingbird, I can kind of hover, but instead of land on things. But sure, I'll do a Seahawk or something.
Guy turns into a dragon.
Let's go
and he's
Seahawks!
preferring a fucking hummingbird.
That
That is not Scythe. Scythe would not say that.
I was like, that's oddly snarky for Scythe.
It
It just
not.
seems like a dragon is a little too big for trying to maneuver.
I just thought it was funny, class. Please don't paint it.
All right. Yeah. He'll or a peregrine, something small that can move fast.
Are you high enough level to have a flying speed on your wild shape? Yes, you are. Go for it.
An
Yeah.
osprey is a good water-based speedy bird.
That's the one we'll do.
Okay, you turn into a bird
And
of whatever flavor you like, because I do not care.
Yeah.
Tastes like chicken.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
I'll fly.
That was pretty foul.
into that opening.
Ah,
Womp womp.
I'll fly into that opening and take a good look around.
Roll perspective. Roll perception.
Perspective.
Yeah. What is my perspective?
Well,
Oh,
Better.
that's bad.
a 14.
14 isn't terrible. It's just bad for
It's
you.
not. Yeah. 14,
Okay.
Yep.
When you fly into the hull of the ship, you see that there is... So, the image kind of displays the position the ship is in. The stern of the ship is basically submerged. The prow of the ship is lifted up out of the water. When you fly into the hull, you see that to your right is the stern, which is mostly submerged, and you could look into it and you see that there is... it's like a crew's quarters. What you notice immediately, and what is weird, is claw marks, but they look like they originate from the inside, as if something was clawing out from inside the ship. Something bigger than, or something with claws that are so big it wouldn't make sense for it to be in the ship.
Ooh. All right.
Oof.
Each scar from the claw is like 6 inches thick, and then runs the whole length of the hull. Each scar from those claw marks are laden with this bluish salt that seems to be pushed into the wood on both sides. That being said, you don't see any corpses. You don't see anybody. You see lots of supplies strewn about. You see various barrels of tools and materials and all sorts of things that have been knocked loose. A lot of things that look like they were in the process of being washed out to sea. You suspect this has been broken open for at least a few days.
Okay.
At
Good.
the minimum.
Can I try to determine this blue salt? Is it natural in any way, or is it more unnatural?
How does 9 the Osprey investigate the salt?
Lick it.
uh, he will kind of shove it with a beak, with his beak, just to
Ignored it.
see
It kind of
how
crumbles away from the wood and then falls in the water.
All right. He will.
Where's my lack of opposable thumbs?
Yeah.
Lick it.
He's scared to lick it.
Don't be
That's
a pussy.
probably
That's the most
a good
reasonable
instinct.
response. Yeah.
It's a very good instinct, CBH.
I have none of those.
Does it smell like anything? Like if he he doesn't want to snort it, but does it, like if he gets close enough to be?
Does it smell like anything? Yeah. As you get close to it and you sniff it, it has an acrid ozone-like smell to it.
All right. I think. I mean,
Beyond that,
the player knows what that smells like. Yeah.
beyond the gash, you do see that on the risen end, there is like a bulkhead door that's open. It's clearly brass, and you see that on the inside of that door, it looks like a... Well, from here, you just see tools and like paneling made of brass on the inside of the room up ahead. It looks like maybe it's a captain's quarters or something. But you can see on the wall instruments.
Okay.
Specifically like
Okay.
measuring instruments, not tubas and shit.
If a bird could sneeze, he'll sneeze from sniffing that ozone, and then he'll go to investigate that room that's open. Just fly on
Okay.
in there and take a look around.
The floor, so the entire room has seawater, about maybe like 2 feet, 3 feet deep in the floor of the room.
Okay.
But
Is
there
there
are
like a-
things, huh?
Go ahead. Sorry.
But there is clearly like a wide, almost like the perimeter of the room workbench. This looks like a workshop inside the ship. This surveyor vessel clearly had some sort of maybe scientific or arcanic purpose out here in Kaiwas Bay. Above the workbench, you see there is on hooks a couple things. It's like a rack suspended above the workbench is what looks like a... How do I describe this? Like a vest or like a harness that someone would wear over their torso, covered
Okay.
with like brass and banisite wiring, basically, like blue coiling all over the place.
Okay. Is that?
And then
go ahead.
along the walls are just a ton of these glass cylinders with more banisite wiring going to them. It's clear that this room has a purpose. You don't know what it is.
All right. On the benches is like everything absolutely wrecked.
Oh yeah, everything's a fucking mess. The only thing that's still on the workbench, like looks like where it's supposed to be, is like a sealed brass box, like a case. That has been... You actually see it looks like it was nailed to the workbench in haste. There's like a nail that is half down in like around a chain link loop that has been bent over. It looks like someone just nailed it there in a hurry.
Okay. This banisite wiring and the vials, does any of it have the same like no, he wouldn't know that. Never mind. Never mind the question. He's seen what he needs to see, and he will fly out and go back to report.
And I have had Renata talk to Spring while
Yeah,
Nine
you can
was
do whatever you
flying
want.
through. Great. So when 9 flutters off into the ship, I think there's a few kind of quiet moments before Renata kind of sidles up to Spring and she says, "Can I talk to you?
Yeah. What's up?
I know it's been awkward since we really discussed me and Scythe mentioned that I should probably give you your space before I brought something like this up. So I didn't. Here I am now doing this. Anyways,
What are we talking about?
I respect you as an artificer. I don't understand what you do, but it's amazing. And I was hoping that I could commission your work.
Oh, sure. What do you need? Boots of Elvenkind or like a magic? Do you need another mind sharpener? What are you
It's
looking for?
kind of a tall order, but
Oh.
I'm willing to fund it. Obviously, because it's a commission. Of course, I have to pay you for your work. But I mean, like, I might owe you, and I'll help procure. You haven't said yes yet.
What kind of
Have you
tall
ever
order are we talking about here?
have you ever built a forged body before?
Spring, I can't whistle, but Spring will whistle real low. Oh, honey, my dad's been an artificer for uh, decades, and he's done forge before, but I'm not experienced enough. You could commission my dad, though.
But you could do it. I know you could.
I could assist. Echo, I'm level 8. Like, what level do I generally think someone that could do a forged would have to be?
If you had time to prepare, if you had assistance in a workshop and in the supplies and materials, you believe you could do it. It would be very hard. It would also probably be a fairly rudimentary forged body.
Sure. She'll kind of weigh that and say, well, obviously I don't have the materials at sea. I don't even have I have so little business I can barely make anything out here.
I understand that the limitations right now at the moment. Yes, I
It would
totally get it.
be expensive as fuck.
I'm prepared for that too. Not my purse isn't, but I'm prepared to sell.
Sure. It
Borrow
would be,
steel.
and again, I might not, I, I could do something basic. I don't know how fancy I could make you. Like there are artificers that really do this for real. They're experts. But I mean, yeah, hell yeah, I would build a forged body. Yes, of course I would. But are you sure?
Actually does look surprised by your enthusiasm.
Are you kidding? It's a great project. But are you sure that you want that? I mean, I know Scythe has a complicated relationship with
I
her
actually
own
talked
body.
to her specifically because I wanted her perspective on it, but I would love to not worry about causing harm to others by existing.
Yeah, I could see that. But it would be a really big change, especially if you want to put your whole soul in my hands, basically. I'll talk to my dad about it. I mean, he knows more what he's doing. He has a workshop. You know, maybe if we survive this, he's got the space for it. You could come back with me.
I could help send him money or materials. That's kind of why I was so eager about the ship, because maybe we could find something.
It would be a good commission. Oh, I see. You're looking for treasure.
Or materials. Metal. Banasite. This looks like the place for it.
Maybe.
I would even wholeheartedly. You could put your emblem anywhere you wanted on it, on my forehead, if that's what you liked.
I think really the chest plate would be the, let's, I,
It
I
could
don't want to
even
make
go
you,
on
it,
top of Calciox's, like,
it's,
oh, like it could have a
no,
higher rank, like how flags go.
I won't do that to you. Let's talk about design ideas later.
Right.
But I, I mean, yeah, if you're really, really, really sure, Renata.
I'm sure. Whatever I get put into will be better than what I'm in now.
I mean, you say that, but things like this can break.
So can bodies. Some are already broken.
Yes. I mean, yeah, if this is what you want, I'll help you do it. I mean,
And then-
it certainly would help me, and it'd be, again, a lot of money. But
Mhm.
yeah, we could work something
And
out.
in any case, gathering the money and materials will take a little bit. So if I change my mind, I would still pay
Yeah,
for what was
you-
done.
You've
I
got
promise.
time. You've got time. Yeah. Yeah, I'll do that for you.
Thank you, Spring. The bird flies back, I'm assuming.
Yeah, at this
Yeah.
point, yeah.
Yeah, just a smooth transition as he comes to the deck of the ship. All right. So there's this long claw-like gashes on the inside. Looks like it was on the inside trying to break out of the ship.
Hmm.
And there's a bunch of blue sand, smells like ozone, and there's a really extensive looking workshop.
Blue sand that smells like ozone is Echo. Do I think that that's Banasite?
It sounds like Banasite.
green?
Yes.
That's definitely Banasite. Okay, yeah, we
All right.
got it.
It's filled.
We're going
And-
exploring.
There's a really cool looking vest that is lots of wires, lots of vials in a workshop. I think it's right up your alley.
A workshop?
Whose ship was this?
Does it say on the outside of the ship?
It is.
Because I see in the picture.
There is a plaque that talks about the Oceanic and Geological Observatory. And based on the site of the ship, this looks like a survey vessel. It looks like a research ship.
There's gotta be some cool stuff in there.
Yeah, everything on the like the bench, the workbench that in this room is not. It's pretty damaged on the workbench, but this vest looks pretty intact.
So it's
I don't
magic
know.
then. It's got to be magical then.
Possibly, yeah.
If it hasn't taken
So you
damage
think-
from the out here, it's magic. We got to go over there.
Right.
So,
I'm anchored, so whenever you're ready, we're not
Gotta
going
move
anywhere.
All right, let's just go over there.
How close are we to it?
Is there?
Uh,
Do we need a dinghy?
do we need to
You should
swim?
use a dinghy. You should use the
Yeah, we have a
rowboat.
little dinghy thing.
Yes.
Ding,
The
ding.
Water Witch's rowboat is slowly lowered into the water. Oberon, Caldo, and Naga, and, well, Dredger is there, but he's not helping. Watch as the rowboat slowly lower into the water, and Naga says, "Please don't bring back anything that will sink my ship."
You got it.
Heard. Sai will row the dinghy across the way.
Yeah, it's like 80 feet away. Far enough that if there's a problem or like an explosion or something, the Water Witch won't be harmed. But close enough that it's not like a tedious affair. You row your way over to this surveying vessel. And as you get closer, sorry to interrupt. As you get closer to this ship, and the fog, it gets much easier to see through. You think this has been derelict for at least a couple weeks. There's a lot of seaweed that has some like tangled up on where the damage in the hull is. You realize that that this derelict is actually settled up on rock. Like there is sharpened rock that has basically caught the ship, and that is why it is not moving. What is left of the sail flutters gently in what wind there is. And the whole place just smells abandoned. It smells almost like if forgotten could have a smell. As you row up to it, you see, as Nine has described, the hole in the side of the hull. And then even from here, Spring, you see encrusted, precipitated banasite crystals lining the hull and where the claw marks are on the inside of the hull.
Do I recognize anything about the does it seem like the whatever clawed at this was attracted to the banasite crystals?
Or is it from
No,
the
it looks
ocean?
like the banasite has precipitated into the cracks of the ship as a result of it being here for so long.
Interesting.
You don't
So
think
like it's like natural banasite that's come out of the water, basically.
You suspect this area with the sharp blackened stones and what looks like high pillars of rock in the distance likely has a high concentration of banasite in the water.
Incredible. Can I take a sample of this? Will this be usable for me with the right materials?
It's just banasite. Yes,
Incredible.
you can use it.
Yeah, I'm immediately gonna like take as many scrapings as I can.
You can okay, so if you spend some time harvesting banasite from the damage on the boat and from the cracks, there's a lot.
Renata will do whatever Spring tells her to do. To help the sweep, to hoover up this shit, she'll do it.
Roll me a D100.
Yeah. I think Scythe would help
ahead,
too, although I
Spring.
don't know. The only tools she has are Smith's tools, so I don't know. It's not like I have a mining pick.
I have a spear. I'm willing to stab things.
That's not what spears are for.
Stab things. That's what I said. You can.
You
roll
could
200,
stab the boat if you
Emily,
want.
If you want to.
Let's maybe not stab the boat. Oh, come on. 16.
Okay.
On a
Hold on.
T100? Could be a
Yeah.
good thing. You don't know.
Maybe.
Okay. Someone other than me, roll me a D12.
I got it. 4.
Oh, I'm sorry. I rolled.
No. Sorry.
It was a 10, but I didn't. I was already hitting the button when you said.
Okay, so as you are kind of scraping this banasite, the condensed blue salt off of the boat, it's crumbling away. And I don't know if Spring has ever found banasite in the wild before.
I don't know. That seems unlikely.
It's weird and flaky. It crumbles away, and it almost like feels like snowflake as it comes off into your hand or into a pouch. It's not what you would have expected. But as you collect banasite, it takes a while, but eventually you do end up with what you estimate to me be maybe about 400 gold worth of banasite.
Nice.
And that was just in the scrapings.
Yeah, incredible.
That's just in the main hull, where, as described, you see these enormous gashes that look, for better, like the only way I can describe them is like if a giant panther had clawed the wall, but it's so, like each claw mark is 6 inches wide and so deep that you can almost see through the wood.
That's
You can see
crazy.
daylight coming through the other side.
What
Yeah.
the fuck made these? This is very concerning.
A really big werewolf.
Really big, yeah, like a jaguar,
go.
a sea jaguar.
Yeah, They go from below the hull, like they seem to go from underneath the boat all the way up through the hull, which doesn't seem possible to you.
Okay,
It's probably
here,
gone.
Does this look like a kraken did this? We were
No.
From
hit
the
by
Not at all.
inside?
A kraken doesn't really have claws.
No, that's fair.
It has
Tentacles
giant
more.
tentacles that crush things.
Yeah, this is not this is very
I would like to investigate and like poke around the lab and see if they created something on this ship that like ripped its way out from inside.
Okay, so
I'm
you
looking
go
at
into like the
monster-
workshop.
Yeah.
Okay, so Scythe goes into the workshop. You see, you're like in knee deep water, which is the shallowest in the ship. Everything else is much deeper. As Nine described, there is like this harness that's up on hooks that is suspended up above the water, and it looks relatively fine. It doesn't look perfect. It doesn't look like it's unharmed by salt or corrosion, but it does look relatively okay. Roll me an investigation check. With a 16, you do not find like a back to tank or like a monster generation platform or something. It looks like a tinker shop. You see all sorts of small tools, a lot of them scattered all over the place. The only things that you see that are really like intact are like this big long brass case that is literally nailed to the workbench and the harness that's hanging from hooks above the workbench. Everything else looks strewn about. There are these, for lack of better words, like Tesla coil looking things that are bent and damaged. There are glass containers that have been shattered. Whatever happened to this vessel also happened to this workshop.
Got it.
That being said, there is lots of shiny things in this workshop. And someone like you imagine Spring will probably find something useful in here.
At least a thing, right?
I don't know. Depends.
At least
I
one
guess.
thing.
There should be one thing, probably.
At the very least one.
She leaves with the whole workbench.
Yeah. Scythe tries to pick up the workbench. It's nailed down. Oh.
She really wanted.
not that difficult for a barbarian, maybe, but
Yimei Sarai is gonna try to find the galley.
It is
I gotta improve this kitchen.
submerged.
priorities.
Oh.
So you have water breathing. You
have
can
water
go
breathing.
down there.
Oh yeah, let's go look. Let's go see.
Okay, roll investigation.
Can I help in this endeavor to find
Yeah,
alcohol?
You should go with, just so nobody's alone.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
May. Yeah. So I'll assist in your
Oh, what a
investigation.
good roll. An assistance.
29. Okay. Jesus Christ. You have advantage because of his aid.
Oh, do you want me to roll again? Hold on.
What if you get a crit?
I mean, if you want,
30.
you could get a 31, in fact. You didn't. Okay. With a 29, the two of you kind of like you go under the water and you swim down into the galley. It is there. There's a lot of food that is clearly deteriorating in the water. It is making searching it not super easy, but you rolled so well that it's kind of a moot point. You swim down into the galley, into the actual food supplies. You find crates and crates of, surprise, surprise, hardtack.
But it's all wet now. So
It
it's
is all
actually soft.
submerged, so now it's just like bread sponge. You don't want it.
Gross.
Yeah, you don't want that. But you do find a number of like high-end bottles of what look like sauces and seasonings and savories that are like just kind of like afloat around in there. Following that trail, you make your way even deeper into the galley, and you see a cupboard is like pulled open, maybe by tide, maybe by just convenience. Who knows? But with that high of an investigation check, you see a barrel that is kind of like turned on its side. It says, what languages do you speak?
All of them, right? She's got
Like off of the top of her head, she speaks Common, Druidic, and Sylvan.
Okay, it says something in Dwarvish. You don't recognize what it says.
Okay. She definitely is going to take a second and cast
Okay.
Comprehend Languages from her spell book.
Okay, you cast Comprehend Languages. You understand it says Karin Moss Secret Stash.
Secret stash.
Okay, she's gonna take the store's secret stash.
Yeah,
Not
this barrel is big and it's well sealed. You are
Just gonna
underwater, so it is easily to move, but you are aware that as soon as you get out of water, it's going to weigh a lot.
Don't worry, she's gonna pass it off to 9, and
She seems to have a habit of being like, "This is now your problem." To
This is
9
your problem.
specifically.
What does this? What does this say?
it's a secret stash. I'm assuming the
Oh.
good stuff.
All right, that's all I
Should
need
take
to
it
know.
up and look what's in.
Secret means
Meanwhile,
good,
she's
right?
gonna start storing some sauces and stuff and
Sure.
into a crate, like gathering the good stuff into like an empty crate.
Yeah, you can find an empty like milk crate laying around, basically. Sure.
Or she'll dump like some hardtack out of another one. Doesn't matter. She's just grabbing
That
all
is,
the
sponges
stuff.
as
floating
soon as
around.
you open a box of hardtack, it's just this white mass. Just it's suddenly very hard to see.
But
Is-
she'll just gather up the stuff that looks still like it's good. Like I imagine some of the sauces will look bad, so she just grabs.
Some of them that were opened before being submerged are clearly ruined, but there are many that are intact and still sealed with wax.
Yeah, and so that's what she grabs, and then the secret stash.
Okay.
The secret stash is like a heavy barrel.
Yeah, it's like a cask.
Okay, gotcha. All right, yeah.
It has dwarven writing on it. You imagine there's like one of 3 things inside this cask.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's probably ale, meat, or whiskey, and you're not sure which.
It doesn't matter. He brings it out. Found the best stuff in the house.
Or do you bring it back to the lab?
Yeah,
where
oh,
everybody's looking
Yeah,
for it?
we're
Bring it
So
out.
as soon as you
from
bring the
submerged.
cask up and you like rise out, the cask is suddenly woof, like it's heavy as shit.
Does a 14 in my strength? 14 is
Yeah, you
okay
can
to
carry
carry?
it. It's just heavy and difficult to
Slow
move.
going.
All right.
It's like 80 pounds.
Oh my. Okay. Gosh. Yeah. That's pretty heavy.
Yeah. I'm not messing with you.
It's okay. I'm sure somebody has a.
Yeah, he'll bring it to like the doorway of
holding
the
it.
workshop where everybody else is, and just
The 3 strongest party members were the ones that didn't go look for food.
Yeah, they're just like hanging out in the workshop.
We're looking at the nerd stuff.
Okay.
All right.
Speaking
our
of nerd
fellow-
stuff,
our fellow wizard. Okay, never mind.
wizard.
Okay, so Spring, what are you doing?
Spring is investigating the workshop for sure, and is going to look for this vest that was spoken of, and try
So-
to get and any like sealed containers of banasite, that kind of thing.
Roll me investigation.
And any
Bernardo's
tools
doing
that are
whatever Spring says to do.
tools that are salvageable, anything like that.
Roll investigation.
Okay.
With a
My eyes
20.
and my dude seeing. Yeah.
Okay. Are you ready? Because there's going to be a list of things you find in this workshop.
I shall take notes.
Okay. You find the intact equivalent of about 12 feet of Banasite wiring.
Nice. Okay.
You find 3 yards of mithril plating.
Whoa. Love that.
That'll be sure useful for making a body.
Right?
You find an intact alembic.
What's that?
How do I spell that?
Alembic. It's an alchemy tool.
It's an alchemist tool.
They're
cool.
You can make all sorts of various potions with it.
Nice. I have extra proficiency in alchemist tools.
You find 10 yards of copper plating.
Okay.
You find a weird looking harness thing, which is going to require some investigation, like in detail,
Sure.
before you understand exactly what it is, because it is not complete.
Okay.
You find blueprints for a thing that appears to be called. Hold on. Where is my note here? A moment. An arcanic kinetic harness.
Oh.
This
Okay.
blueprint is like clearly like salt stained, and the salt is tinged blue, so you think whatever Banasite infused seawater also got in here.
Can I get a sense of like the race of the person that was trying? Was this like a? Is this
It's
like a gnome?
dwarvish. It's 100%
It's
dwarvish.
Okay, got it.
You actually see the blueprint is signed Karn Moss.
Okay.
Live moss.
Don't do that.
I had to.
Don't you Taco Bell our fucking D&D game.
Bong.
I've been summoned.
You have to away again.
You do find another blueprint. This one is tucked underneath the nailed case that's stuck to the workbench. This blueprint labels an intent-responsive arcanic longbow.
Ooh.
Oh.
Okay.
Subnamed Arcanetic
Spring
bow.
starts sweating.
Hot.
So
Love
with
it.
these blueprints, you understand what needs to be added to these things to complete them.
Does it look like I mostly have kind of the some of the materials to make these things?
Roll Arcana.
Arcana.
Arcana. Yeah. Natural 18, baby.
Okay.
Or 29.
That's crazy.
At a glance, the mithril plating, a very small amount of it is needed to finish the longbow.
Oh,
At
incredible.
least according to
So
the
it-
blueprint.
Okay.
You have to build a capacitor for the harness, which you see where it's supposed to go on the harness.
Okay.
The only thing, like, it looks like you need Banasite, it looks like you need copper, and it looks like you need ceramic, which are things you can make ceramic. You know how to do that.
Okay, great. So
So-
I basically have what I need to finish this stuff now.
The poor guys were almost done when their ship exploded.
So
right?
as you're looking at the blueprint, you're reading literally the handwriting of Karen Moss, and it literally says, "The final step is not merely mechanical. The artificer must run their own magical signature through the capacitor, usually by channeling energy through one of their infused items, tools, or artificer spell work. Introduce the harness to your work. Not your name nor your blood, your work." It looks like the harness, at least, was not completed on purpose.
Okay. So it was for someone, maybe.
Yes.
Or he wasn't ready to introduce it to some. Is it clear? Can I figure out what it's for?
You mean figure out what it does?
Yeah.
With that high of an arcana, looking at the blueprint, the harness looks like it seems to create like an energy field around the wearer that might have various effects. You're not entirely sure exactly what they would do. You wouldn't be able to figure that out until it was complete and you saw the nature of how the capacitor interacts with it. But
Sure.
from just this glance, that's what you glean from it.
Spring is fascinated. I think she starts muttering to herself in Dwarvish and like making little notes on the like just the kind of like writing down little oh that's really smart. That I've never seen this thing used with this thing before. I really like that's something that I hadn't thought about, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Funny thing is, Renata speaks Dwarvish, but she has no fucking clue what you're talking about. So you might as well still be speaking a different language.
It's all Elvish to me.
It sounds like Dwarvish, but what is she saying?
The case is still nailed to the workbench, so if you want that or whatever's in it, you're going to have to free it.
Oh yeah, well, 100%. Is that what would that be?
It's going to be an athletics check.
Athletics, you got it.
I can help with that, maybe.
Excellent. Do you want
I
to
can
go?
assist
Do you want to?
you, or
No,
you can assist
you're
me.
barbarian. You go for it. You go for it. I'll help you.
You go, Glad Coco.
Gonna try to do that.
I got to roll all kinds of dice. You roll some dice now. Oh. Yeah.
Okay, it's 22.
22, yeah. No problem. You watch a scythe like reaches out and just like bends the nail back straight, and then you can easily pull the case off the bench. With it lifted off the bench, the chain was like connected to the top side of the case, and you can now open it. When you do, what you see is what once may have been a bow in a previous life has been modified so extensively that its original craftsmanship is basically impossible to identify. Tight coils of pale blue banasite wiring run along the limbs of the bow, looping through like arcane conducting rings. And then there are like places where you can tell shaped mithril plates need to be inset where those conductors will interact with, but they haven't been installed yet, so it's not functioning.
Okay, so a bunch of projects that Spring is very excited to finish. Here is another question, Echo. This is a boat with a workshop. I do not have a workshop. Like,
Are we gonna raid this place?
Okay.
are these
Ripping out stuff?
these things that like are these projects that I could try to finish on our boat, or do I need to wait for dry land to start working with this stuff?
You
Or do I
believe you
need to
could...
like
Okay, so
ask
the only
guys to
thing...
get the workshop for me?
The only thing you're worried about is... Well, no, you could totally work on these on the Water Witch.
We just need to bring some of this stuff to your little bunker room on the Water Witch, and you'll have your own little teeny workshop.
It seems like the Water Witch is a lot smaller than this ship
A teeny workshop.
with its workshop. Yeah, but like if I can take enough wood to actually then try to do carpentry now. If I can do enough of this wood to like try to build my own little like
A
workbench,
workbench?
basically.
You could ask
Yeah,
Caldo to help you build a workbench. Absolutely.
that would be great. That would be great. Are there any tools here that are useful, or
Yes.
are they all
You can come out of this with a kind of a mishmash collection of a tinker's tools set.
incredible?
There's also several what look like dredging tools, which are not helpful to you.
Dredger's gonna love them though.
Yeah, but we'll take them. They have
Okay,
Dredger's
so
name
you
on
like
them. That's fine.
you get like 150 feet length of chain, like several big cages that are like person sized, the sort of things that people literally would go overboard and then scout underwater with.
Sure. Sure. It goes with our diving bell. Do dwarves, I speak Dwarvish and I know a little bit about Dwarven culture. Do dwarves have any like funeral rites or like are there any sort of like what do you do in Dwarven culture when an artificer dies?
Ceresian dwarves burn the body and move on.
Okay.
You don't
sense.
know
I
about
wonder
elsewhere.
why.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah, that 100%
That
makes sense for
Checks
Parisian
out.
dwarf.
That checks out for yeah, very practical people are dwarves, especially from Ceres.
Yeah. If you
Yeah.
can't burn the body, you basically remove their heads and then move on.
Yeah.
Now, that being said, you don't see a body.
Yeah. Would there like it's clear there was some kind of animal attack or monster or something.
I'll say it's clear there was an attack.
There was some kind of attack of some kind. But there so I'm kind of like was the dwarf ingested? Like would
You
it have
don't
been
have enough evidence here to
Yeah.
figure that
Is
out.
there any scat laying around that may have a femur in it or something?
Nope, there's no poop.
No poop? Damn.
No poop. Sorry.
Wow.
Disappointing.
While you consider your options with what you found, we're going to go ahead and take a 5-minute break.
Whoop.
So you guys have sifted through the surveying ship. You have some tools, you have some materials, you have a healthy amount of banacite.
Renata will happily rip up some wood to carry over to convert Spring's little space into a little workshop.
workbench?
So,
Is-
not a lot of wood is usable on the ship.
That's fair. That's fair.
Most of it is seawater damaged or like just rotted from the inside. Perhaps not the best material to make anything out of.
Okay, whatever material there is available.
Roll me a D100.
Me?
Yeah, you're the one talking about it.
Oh. 60?
66. Okay. You happen to find not any wood that's like the hull, because that is not helpful or useful. But you do happen to find afloat but undamaged in the ship's stores on the surveying ship, a couple barrels of just like not fresh but preserved and sealed planks, the sort that you would make repairs with.
Great.
So you find about maybe 18 yards of lumber for shipbuilding. It's just repair wood, so it'll totally work. It's just, it's kind of a mishmash.
Yeah. Shapes, sizes, types of wood. She'll carry as much as she can back to the dinghy with her.
You're strong as fuck. You just carry both barrels. Yeah.
Meanwhile, like she's going past Nines, who's like carrying this 80 pounds, just like carrying it over her head. Is there any more banacite that I can harvest from the workshop area, or did we get everything?
Oh yeah. Sorry. You would find an additional. You would find 2 pounds of crystalline bandesite, which is
what's the difference
different.
between the crystalline and the powdered?
So crystalline bandesite, when it's in crystal form, is more potent, but you have to use all of it for its purpose. Like, as soon as you break it apart, it becomes weaker, like powdered bandesite. 2 pounds of it is a pretty significant amount. Were you to powder it, it would be equivalent to about 500 gold worth of bandesite.
Nice.
But if you leave it as a crystal, it likely had a purpose in a crystal form. That purpose is long gone because the artificer who knew what he was doing with it no longer exists.
Yeah, he wanted to make something with it, but it's unclear what.
You do also find a waxed pouch with 150 additional bandesite powder in it.
You're swimming in bandesite.
Yeah. Incredible.
And I believe that is everything you would find of
Were there
use.
any other? Okay.
Were there any other what?
Like papers or journals or anything with like notes from the artificer himself?
No, not really. Nothing helpful, I should say. There's lots of like math scribbled on pieces of parchment that are salt damaged and stuff, but nothing helpful.
Scythe like picks up a piece of like water damaged parchment, looks at it, math, puts it back down.
Math. Before
Okay.
we leave, we don't really. There's not really rituals or whatever, but it's more a symbolic thing than anything else. Spring is gonna go over to the workbench and use one of her magical tinkerings, to just for like a couple minutes. She'll like keep her hand on it, and the sound of scritching on parchment and making measurements and clinking of vials will fill the workshop, just to sort of like mark the fact that this used to be an alive space.
Okay. You do that. You bring the memory of the sounds of studious work and tinkering back to the workshop for just a moment after weeks of silence.
She is not a cleric, but like it is, I think, important to mark the loss of a person, a fellow creator, basically.
Before you all leave, is there anything else anybody else wishes to do aboard this ruined surveying vessel? Okay. You pile your gotten gains onto the rowboat, and you sail back. Leaving survey ship number 776 to its unfortunate demise.
I'm gonna write down that it's survey ship 776. Like, do we know it's probably a dwarven vessel? Do we think that its fate is like of note to any of to people in the like any of the nations?
Well,
Really, it said Kylus, didn't it?
Kylus Base Survey, Oceanic and Geological Observatory. That's what it said on the plaque on the front.
Good mention it to the Mariguard in the next update that we give them.
Okay.
Along with the name of the artificer, maybe, since we had
Yeah,
that.
that's a good idea.
Yeah.
You remember
Yeah.
his name is Karin Moss.
Karin Moss.
Unfortunately,
we-
his workshop was clear when we got there.
Was this the same the geological observatory, the Kylo Space Survey, that's not the same guild that hired us, right? It was the
No,
map
it is
making
not.
guild at the big. Okay, okay,
The
Yeah, I think-
Cartographers Guild is the one that was interacting with you guys.
okay. And we don't know who we would like send to this in ascending, but like, yeah, Spring will write that down for not like she won't waste a sending paper on it just to the Mariguard by itself, but she will write it down and make a note to sort of like include that information in the next update that they send. That's a good idea.
I will say, with your high intelligence, you're aware that weird shit happens in Kylus Bay.
Yep.
So it's not too surprising that there are other people trying to figure out the weird shit that's happening in Kylus Bay.
100%. Absolutely.
That being said, you guys sail back to the Water Witch, and as you do, the rowboat is rehitched onto its hooks, lifted back up, and Naga looks at you all and he says, "Well, any ghosts?"
No, but
Not
a whole
out
bunch
here.
of stuff.
A whole bunch of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
But
I
not
need to build a
ghosts.
I need to build a workbench.
And we got booze now.
You got
Think-
great.
No ghost, just booze.
That
I like
sounds.
that one. That was funny.
Renata will lug the wood down to Spring's space.
Basically the munitions cache where there once was ammo and now it is an empty room. Okay, yeah. As you're doing that, Caldo's like looking at these big barrels of supplies and he says, "Hey, we found the repair lumber for another boat. Shame they didn't get to use it."
Well,
Yeah.
they couldn't have fixed what was wrong with their ship with just this, but Spring can make some good use of it.
Ooh, there's snakewood in there. That's
Oh.
some fancy shit, that is.
That is
Oh.
fancy wood.
What's it good for?
It looks nice.
What is it good for?
I mean, it's
Being wood.
tough. It's like oak, but it just, it looks like snakeskin.
Oh,
And it takes finish really
pretty.
well. Yeah,
that's pretty.
just
Will you,
sells for a lot.
Will you help me build a workbench? Not out of the snake wood, but just something practical.
Oh, sure. I'm always looking for projects. Otherwise, I'd be doing nothing and just relaxing.
I know how you feel.
He kind of like twirls his framing hammer around a finger and he says, "Might as well get started right now, won't we?
Yep.
To the rest of you, save me some booze, please."
I'll bring you a cup.
I will-
Is that all right?
I will make sure that not all of it is consumed.
Well, it's not one go.
A cup would be nice.
All right.
Maybe a tall one?
The tallest one I can find.
Caldo can have my share.
You're too kind.
I'm not much of a drinker, and
You're-
you've been shipwrecked for a long ass time.
You're incredibly confident in my abilities to build a workbench whilst drunk, and I appreciate that.
Hey, May, we sorting out the galley with all this new stuff that we found? Or you found? That was pretty much all you.
You just carried the booze.
I just carried the most important part.
Who are you talking to?
May.
You may, Sarai.
Yep.
She says, "Yeah, I figured we would add him to the gallery."
All right, let's get it done.
Spruce it up a little bit.
You
You put soy sauce on our hardtack.
There's like
Yeah.
one of the tallest bottles in the crate that you're carrying is like the Anthian equivalent to Worcestershire sauce.
Is it also equally hard to pronounce?
It just says auger sauce, which is much easier to say.
That's much easier to say.
But
Is
it's
it made out of fish, fermented fish guts?
no. That
Is that
I
what
know what you're
Worcestershire
referring
sauce
to,
is?
but that's no,
Yeah,
that's
that
not.
is- That is what Worcestershire sauce
That's-
is.
What's
made
the
out of,
sauce I'm
yes.
looking of?
What a horrific knowledge to have.
Garum.
Do you
That's
know-
the sauce I'm thinking of. Is garum.
Garum is made out of the same
Fermented fish guts. Yeah.
I do like
Yeah.
fish sauce. Fish sauce
Yeah,
is
actually,
pretty
did you
good.
know Worcestershire sauce is? Sorry, a little tangent. Garum back in the old days in Rome was basically a currency. Like people fucking loved it. They put it on everything.
I
No
did
way.
know this because of a YouTube video.
Worcestershire sauce was based on an old recipe of garum that was found in Britain from the Romans
That is a
that
fun
were
fact.
left over.
Cool.
Anyway,
Very
Fascinating.
cool.
I watched Tasting History with Max Miller.
Tasting
as he
History
makes
was
garum.
what I watched. He made
And,
garum himself. He threw the fishies in a.
It looked hideous.
It was horrible. I can't believe he drank it.
He said it was
learned
good.
I learned it from the Supersizers, which is this old British TV show with Sue Perkins and Giles Corran, and it's amazing.
Ooh.
That is fascinating. I had no idea that Worcestershire sauce was related to garum. But it makes sense.
But it makes
Similar
perfect sense.
colors.
Similar
Wow.
methodologies.
All right.
So yes, I guess it is a fish sauce.
All right. So can we tap this cask and then, well, Nine's gonna offer the first drink to May since she's the one that found it.
Oh, I don't drink.
What is it?
Oh, she's so sweet.
He's like, okay, perfect, and he takes a sip.
Yeah, what is it?
It is brandy.
All right, that's
No
pretty good.
skirt here.
What flavor?
Brandy flavor.
Brandy flavor.
Okay.
You're asking a guy who doesn't drink, so
Cinnamon.
it tastes
I
like
was
brandy.
just curious if it was
Nutmeg.
a fruit brandy or like a port, but it doesn't.
It's got to be
really
a
matter.
fruit
Please
brandy
carry
to
on.
keep off the scurvy.
Sure, it's a fruit brandy. I don't know. It's that. It tastes nice. It was clearly expensive. Likely a beverage kept in the cask for after a successful mission, which it clearly was
Honestly,
not.
It's been 3 days since our last death, so I feel like this is a worthy celebration. We should have something on a wall.
Yeah, he pours out a cup for people that want it.
Mhm.
A double for
Caldo.
Caldo. Yep.
Renata will bring Obi some because the whole booze discovery was spurned by him.
He's very pleased.
And we'll have a little.
Nice.
Okay. It's pretty strong. So anybody who drinks a cup is going to need to make a con save.
Renata will
likes sweet
definitely drink
things.
some.
Brandy is probably sweet.
Renata did really well in her con save for what it's worth.
Yeah, you're buzzed.
Scythe apparently hasn't had a drink in a while.
Scythe and Nines, you guys are heavily buzzed. It cuts right through you. Perhaps the hardtack and pemmican that you had for breakfast is not enough to really temper.
Stop soaking it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair.
Spring is like drinking the cold tea from before, while
No,
pouring
the
over these
servant
blueprints. She's like, yeah. Have fun. I have work to do.
Caldo is rolling his. All right. He rolled a 22 on his woodworking, so please roll me
He's got
carpenter's
hundreds
tools as well.
of years of experience drinking, so I'm sure that he can. I'm sure he can hold his liquor.
He's somewhere between like 50 and 850 years old. No one's sure.
Yep. I bet he's like on the further end. He's probably like 800.
Do you want me to roll something, Echo? Am I rolling Dex for carpenter's tools? I can't remember.
You're rolling intelligence.
Intelligence. Okay,
You're
okay.
learning to do this from him.
I'm learning to do this from him. Sure. Come on, Spring. Okay, it's not
18.
bad.
Yeah,
18.
okay. Building a workbench to fit into the munitions cache is a thing. It's a task that Caldo makes frustratingly easy. So, like, it looks frustratingly easy how quickly he does this. Like, you as an artificer practice all sorts of measuring tools and like planning. And as soon as you start, Calda's like, all right, so we just bring this board up here. We push it up to that wall, make the mark here, cut that. Okay, good. We've got our first side. Next one, we just bring this up to this side, cut that side off. All right, that's our work surface. So now we just put the legs on. It's literally like
wild. That's wild.
What's the most frustrating part for you is how good it looks the way he's doing it. Like the lines are perfectly straight. He's chamfering every corner so it's nice and smooth. You cannot help but just feel a little frustrated.
There's like, God damn it! I wish I were good at this already.
But
Yeah,
Caldo
it's,
rolling so
like-
well and your assistance with that intelligence roll, it only takes like 30 minutes. And then you have a perfectly workable workbench to work with.
Hell yeah.
Does Albie want any
Workbench to
brandy?
work with. Oh my god, does Albie want brandy?
Does Albie want brandy? That's a lot of scorch marks for a friendly chat.
That's obviously a yes.
Yep. He's getting a cup.
Life's short, death's longer.
That, you know, that
Living
is a
bird.
great saying.
Life's short, death's longer.
And he drinks it and he just says, if anyone asks, I was taller and twice as heroic. And then he climbs back up into the crow's nest with a full cup of brandy that he is sipping at.
Love that guy.
Does the captain want any brandy?
No.
Yeah, I was like, I can't see that happening.
But I appreciate the offer.
Not a problem.
I can't let Spring be the only sober person on this ship.
Yes,
Mr.
fair
I
enough.
does not drink
Mace
either.
Rye doesn't drink. Yeah.
I'm not sure I trust her yet.
That's fair. She's
She
so
seems
sweet
to be
though.
really into food.
She ran a boat into my ship.
To be fair, I was not controlling that boat.
To be fair,
That
I
was the
wasn't
problem.
controlling this ship either. So
See?
we're on even
So-
grounds. But you hit my ship, so
Or did your ship hit my boat?
no, you definitely hit my ship.
Who could say?
Me.
This is like
The prow of
say,
your
I-
ship
in the
destroyed
hands of
itself
fate.
on my ship.
I suppose you could say, but could you really say?
Han Solo didn't shoot first. Just saying.
Yes. Your boat hit my ship.
That's one way to look at it. Sure, certainly.
It is the way I'm looking at it.
If you just step a little bit to the side,
I don't want to.
your perspective would change a little bit. Is all I'm saying.
Naga, like, he's at the helm. He takes a single step to the right and he says, your boat hit my ship.
And your Sarai will laugh at that. And she laughs brightly. She does not seem to be too concerned that she ran a ship and a boat into a ship.
Clearly not.
It
Yeah.
was meant to be.
This was going to
How,
happen anyway.
What was she supposed to do about it?
It was
The
fate.
fact that she'll just bald-facedly argue about this and be like, yeah, but if you look at it from my perspective,
If you look at it from my perspective, I never had control over that ship or that boat. Was it really my
I was
boat?
just
to begin
on
with?
it.
and also I'm a divination wizard and this is always going to happen, so you know. My
Like
eyes,
an old
it was
parole
always gonna
officer
happen.
once told me, ignorance does not excuse oneself from a crime.
You were arrested?
Yes.
Oh.
We're not talking about
Every
that.
day. You brought it up.
And I'm ending it here.
Okay.
You haven't been arrested.
No.
Life is short. Death's longer.
Full circle. Soul
Where do you think he
Purple.
heard that one from?
You?
That is what I'm implying. Yeah.
Or was Albie also in prison?
You see Naga, like, glances up at the crow's nest, and all of you hear from a distance, smoke bomb!
I'm not talking about it. That bird has shanked someone.
They met in prison. You know they did.
Oh my
Canon.
god.
It's
They broke
that's
out
headcanon
together.
accepted.
Sure,
Oh,
maybe,
okay.
who knows?
Um,
Meanwhile, below deck, Spring, you have a workbench now.
I have a workbench now. I can do some work. Yay! Spring never does that.
So, because you have a workbench that you've constructed, you no longer receive disadvantage for working on something while at sea.
Yay!
Incredible. Yay! We love it.
You don't have to worry about the motion of the ocean
The
fucking up
motion of
your...
the ocean. I love that for Spring. I love it so much. So the first thing she's going to do is actually not work on the blueprints. She's going to do the thing that she was trying to do before and make a pair of goggles of night for, I think Scythe is the one that doesn't have goggles of night, right?
You now have the Banasite for it.
Yeah, had the Banasite for it before, and then I lost the Banasite for it when the thing rolled. So we're going to try that again.
All right.
Cool.
Like, I can't let this wrong continue to exist. I must write it.
Yeah, exactly. She's like, this is not acceptable to me.
Roll Tinker's Tools.
Amazing.
And I think this is going to be 75 gold worth of Banasite.
Yes. I'm going to cast Enhance Ability on myself first to give myself advantage
Okay.
on Dexterity. And I'm going to cast Guidance too. Good thing I did that. 24.
You build a
Plus 25.
25. You build a pair of goggles of night. And it's not
well,
even a sweat.
How much Banasite?
75 gold worth.
Oh, that's great. That's not even a ton. That's not even a lot. That's great. Okay. I'm going to make them, because it's Scythe that has disadvantage in darkness, right? Because I think one person.
I believe that I am the one who was left. Yes.
Yeah, I think you're the one that's left. Okay, so she's going to actually take inspiration from the snakewood here, because everything that she crafts for Scythe has like that kind of druidic sensibility. So she's going to craft them, like the metallurgy is going to, she has the snakewood right there. She's going to make it look as if they are snakewood goggles of night, even though they're metal. And she's going to have the kind of like the parts that are around the lenses kind of have this sort of shine of like greenness to them. So they look kind of they kind of look alive almost. But they're
Very
metal.
cool.
They're metal, all right.
Yeah, and I don't know if Caldo is I don't know if Caldo is even watching, but like she is
She's trying
hoping
to
that
flex
she
on him.
notices. Yeah, she's hoping that he at least notices the difference between like her trying to learn this thing that she is not good at and her working with the materials she knows she is good at working with and is really skilled in.
As you're working, over your shoulder, you hear Caldo say, "Oh, you should work with that much confidence with wood."
I don't have that much confidence. I haven't worked with it.
Why?
It doesn't. I haven't worked. Why haven't I worked with wood before? Now?
No. Not why. No. Why don't you have that confidence? Just put your trust in it. Trust that it'll do what you want it to, and it will.
Well, but I don't know how I put too much force in it. I don't know how to put. I'm so used to metal, and this is it's so different. It breaks so easily.
You're not having the conversation with it. You need to let it speak to you and tell you how tough it is, where it needs to stop, and when you're listening, it gets so much easier. Just listen to it.
Okay. I think I'm just used to listening to metal, and I don't know its frequency
I think you're just in your own head about it.
Yeah, that's probably true.
I think you're cranky that it's not metal, so you're not listening to what it's trying to tell you.
That's a good point. Yeah, that's a good point.
But if you can do work like
it's a
that with
different
something you
material.
are comfortable with, I don't think there's any excuse for fucking it up with wood.
All right.
'Cause
Well, next time we make a rudder, maybe I should whittle.
that's a good idea.
That would be good practice.
You should make a duck.
Yeah. Okay. Do you like ducks, or do you just think duck is a cool animal, or
What's wrong with ducks?
I don't know. It says something that's what you want me to make.
I just think they're very chill.
They are very chill. All right, I'll make a duck. She will go up to the top of the deck and she will hand off. She will say, I tried to make these for you ages ago and I didn't have a workbench. And now I have a workbench, so here is a present.
Scythe will take the goggles, and she is. It's hard to read Scythe's expression because of the face, the way that her face mask is. But she immediately puts them. Even it's not dark, right? But she immediately puts the goggles on over her glowy eyes.
Does she
Amazing.
get blinded like wearing night vision goggles in daylight?
No, it's just
It just
it's just like a filter. It doesn't. It's kind of like a blue light filter when you're wearing it in regular light.
That's fair. I mean, I think
She
just for
stare at
flavor,
screens
because I
all
was
day.
just for flavor, like I think she knows she knows what Scythe looks like. She knows about the glowy eyes and the way that the lenses are crafted. It has this like very forest like and it's clearly inspired by that like terrifying green dragon forest that we like were in for a while on the first part of this campaign. But it's that kind of light that you don't see until the glow is behind them.
There we go. Sorry, my headset suddenly ran out of battery.
Oh no.
So what color is the filter?
It's like a green. It's like a green light. It's like a very soft foresty, like because Scythe really liked that forest and was like the one to tell Spring like, hey, respect that forest. And also it has Scythe's name is engraved like in a small place like on the side. And so is Spring's like as like that she has like her maker's mark, her like AA maker's mark.
Scythe is visibly pleased with this, and she gives Spring a little fist bump.
Yeah.
As this is happening,
Yeah,
Oberon
very
kind of
Iron
looks. Oberon looks at the new goggles on Scythe's face. Can you tell if something's not comfortable?
Yes.
Oh. I wouldn't have guessed.
It doesn't feel like pain, but I can feel things.
Well, yes, you look exotic with those on. More exotic somehow.
Thanks.
I mean that in a good way. You're hard to describe. I need more brandy.
Or less.
Good idea.
It's a compliment to defy description. Does anyone else need anything? What can I make for other people? Also, I'm gonna take up whittling. I'm supposed to make a duck. What else does other people want?
Don't you have those unfinished projects?
Well, yeah, but in my free time, we have all this downtime, and I can't be like focusing that intensely on things all the time. So sometimes I have to work or I'll die.
Boy,
Well,
sailing
make a
is the
pun.
wrong hobby for you.
I know we just talked about it, but maybe
Make a
reaching out
bug.
to your dad to see what he needs to do the kind of project we talked about.
Sure. I mean, I don't think there's a lot that we can do without
but-
materials.
just knowing what we need to focus on or prioritize or get or I don't know where to start.
Sure, I can use a sending. I have my sending stone for him.
Scythe is going to
Jesus
call
Christ.
Bub over and have him sit down next to Spring. And she's going to say, make a Bub.
Make a pub.
Make a bub.
Okay, great.
Wooden bub.
And of course, Bub is just like...
He's very
being a
cheerful about the
ridiculous
idea.
dog. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, what? Huh?
This is big
I'm a
also,
dog.
dorky mastiff.
how did we get this dog? I can't remember.
I
it was
actually have
summoned.
another one. It's a patch that was on a. I still have the other mastiff.
Oh,
that I
that's right, the master.
It's just
Cat.
never been sent into battle to be dispelled.
Yep.
It's
Incredible.
not. It's not that kind of patch. It's not like.
Oh, it's just
not
a
like
real
Queen of
ass
Fluff
dog.
Balls. It's just a real ass.
You
mastiff
manifested
that
a
was in,
real
That
dog.
was in this patch, and I have another one that I could manifest at any time, but I haven't done it yet because one mastiff is enough. And if anything happens to Bub, Scythe will kill everyone and then herself. So.
That's right. Bub, like Arlo, you know.
Yeah. I still have a door, window, 2 pouches of money, 10 gems, 2 24-foot ladders, and 2 pouches of 4 standard healing potions each from this robe that I have not used.
Wow, that's incredible.
So I have all of that if we need it, but
Yeah.
the only thing that I've used from it is Bub.
Is Bub perfect? As one should. May, is there like a Feywild creature that I can whittle for you?
Oh, I mean, there are creatures in the Feywild, yes.
She seems to like flowers.
Oh yeah, I could make a flower. Do you want a wooden flower?
If you'd like to.
Sure.
Good luck with that.
I'll be what.
Or
No, that was Caldo who's taking a drink.
Oh.
that's gonna be hard.
Oh, is that hard to do? Okay, well, whatever. I'll do my best.
You'll find out.
But
You should do a dahlia because they have all those teeny tiny little petals.
Oh, God.
I don't think.
Maybe a daisy.
Okay, I will make a
As
daisy.
simple as it can get.
Okay, duck, daisy, bub, dragon.
just-
She looks at 9. Dragon. I assume.
Yeah, right, you got it. Yep.
Okay. Hey, can you be a duck? Can you be my model? Can you come down here and
Just
come down to
sits
the
there.
workshop and be a duck?
Duck loafs on a table.
A wild shapes into a duck with red feathers.
Incredible. She
and a black
kind of like
and a black bill.
takes out a little
black
whittling
billed
knife,
mallard.
try to make a fucking duck.
A duck and fuck.
Yeah, and try to whittle a duck. Work on her carpentry.
I think Bub is going to sniff the duck.
Fuck with duck.
Anyway, revelry ensues. Sorry to distract us with ducks.
No, this gave me time to find the fucking forged recipe. So great.
Recipe. We just need a big
Yes.
pot.
I
Yep.
will. Go ahead. Sorry.
May will help with the whittling project in that she pulls out a seed from her cloak and puts it in her hand, and then she closes her fist on it and then opens it, and a white lily like blossoms in her hand. And then she'll hand it over to
A
Spring.
model. Thank
I think-
you.
You know, I think it's been a new day for new portent rolls.
Yeah.
Yeah, she rolled 5s.
Yeah.
Right, it's been a new day since then. Like we've had 3 days,
I'm
right?
not gonna
No.
do it every
Okay.
time.
Fair enough.
Too fat for when we need them.
Os fivos.
Okay, so you're going to. I'm sorry. Was there a plan formed there? I feel like I've lost something here.
We were just vamping, and Spring is whittling a duck, and we'll eventually work on all these excellent projects. But right now, she's whittling a duck.
Okay.
And Nines is helping.
By modeling a duck.
Yes.
Roll me a dexterity check.
Okay. I'm not good at that. That's a
Oh my
natural
God,
one.
you did that to yourself.
But I enhanced ability. That's better.
That's so much better.
That's a 16.
Yeah,
Goes to a
you.
3.
It's got a lot of straight edges. It's got a lot of flat faces, but you whittle a duck. The beak is a little off to the side, unfortunately. But aside from that, it kind of just looks a little smirky.
That's fine. I will present
smirky
it
duck.
to Caldo.
Hey, that's a duck.
For you. A duck.
You've done it.
I did it. Yeah, I did it. I listened to the wood, or tried to. And also I had help. And she pats Nines, the duck.
The likeness is remarkable. This could be your brother.
Your tiny brother.
Thank you. Anyway, what are people doing while they're getting actually drunk? Inside the Spring is just doing nonsense.
I don't know. What is everybody doing? Because,
I think
believe it or
Scythe-
not, sailing is going to be a lot of downtime.
Scythe is, having put on her cool new goggles, has gone back to playing with Bub. She will cede him to model duty when Spring is ready to make her Bub. But for now, Scythe is just continuing to work on animal handling very slowly.
You will find, with the goggles of night on all the time, you can now spot Vespa in the quiet, shadowy little nooks and corners on the deck of the
that's
ship.
fun.
Yeah, Scythe isn't going to bother her, but it does. I think like anytime she can see a creature of any kind, Scythe just feels slightly better about the world. But she's not going to fuck with the snake. Like,
Okay. I think the snake appreciates not being pestered. Renata, what are you up to during this downtime?
I think she's sitting down, like the railing at the edges of the ship. I think she's sitting there and her legs are kind of poking between the railings and dangling.
Yeah.
And she's just kind of like nursing a cup of that brandy and just kind of looking out across the ocean. Just pensive, quiet,
Okay.
buzzed.
Buzzed. Yeah. Fair enough. And Ime Sarai, what are you up to during this downtime?
She has found another quiet moment to tuck herself away and flip open her book and start casting again as a ritual. But this time, at the end of it, she sets up her book. She puts out some incense and starts burning it. At the end of it, anybody who's watching will see a octopus climb up the side of the ship and squeeze itself like between like the banister of the ship. And she says, she'll be like, "Oh, hi, you're here. Awesome." And then she'll say, "Oh, you can, go into the water. I'll call you when I need you." And then the octopus slithers away and back down the side of the ship.
Okay.
I'm assuming
Yeah.
that's a familiar.
It is.
No, just
A
a
squishy lad.
weirdly convenient octopus.
I think Renata watched it, like, buzzed, brow furrowed, eyes squinted, and she's like, "Is that 9?" But she doesn't say anything. She's just wondering what Ime Sarai and 9 have. Like, they seem to have built, like, a good dynamic ever since Ime Sarai arrived. They're just hanging
so
out.
Renata is shipping it. Is that
On the ship. I think she's just like, I'm glad they're getting along. It's not 9 at all.
Yeah. That's funny.
It's just an octopus.
A duck walks by.
Weird. Never seen one with that coloration before, and just takes another drink. Has no idea what's going on.
Oh boy. Okay, so 9, you are marching around as a duck for convenient plot points.
Once
Convenient duck
Punctuation's purposes.
once his modeling session is over, he'll turn back into himself, and he'll resume
Understandable.
enjoying the brandy aboard.
Yeah, sure. I mean,
Yep.
it's a moment of peace and quiet on a voyage that has thus
So
far
rare.
been pretty tumultuous. So that's, enjoy the moments while you can.
100%.
So Spring, we're back to you.
Yes.
And I know you keep, trying to pass on the spotlight, but here it shines once more.
After whittling a duck, she is going to try to make. I think the bow is going to be her first point of focus.
Okay,
Because it seems like we have what we need for the bow.
you do.
So yeah, so she's gonna, and I don't know. I'm sure she's worked with mithril before, because metallurgist. But but she will put her focus on that blueprint and do her best.
Do you have tinker's tools or smith's tools available to you?
I have both.
Well, then it's your choice. Smith's
Let's
tools generally use
see.
strength. Tinker's tools generally use intelligence.
I think we're gonna go. We're gonna. You said Smith's tools use strength. We'll go with team tools because that's intelligence.
Okay. So
So she also gets double proficiency. She gets expertise, I think, with Tinker's tools.
okay.
So I think that would be expertise is it double your proficiency bonus?
Yes.
Okay, so that means she's got +6, or plus her intelligence 5 +6 is 4 +14 to Tinker's tools.
Okay. Before anything else, roll Arcana.
yeah. Okay. Natural 17. That's a 28.
As you're looking at the blueprints, you recognize that there are 8 mithril limb panels that need to be installed upon the bow. Each mithril panel needs to have a very specific infusing sigil embossed on them. You understand from the blueprint that the bow is designed to respond to the wielder's intent rather than physical precision alone. The notes claim that the finished weapon will read subtle changes in grip, breath, posture, and mental impulse, allowing it to draw and aim in harmony with the wielder's decisions. The bow does not think, it listens. You see that there's Moss's note somewhere on the blueprint.
Love that.
The panels are installed, 4 panels on the upper limb and 4 on the lower. The surviving notes identify the 4 paired functions of draw, hold, aim, and release. You recognize that the symbols do not need to match Moss's exact notation, but they have to be consistent and mirrored across the limbs. Knowing that, you're going to have to roll me a Tinker's check.
Check. Let me double check that I'm doing this correctly because I don't think it's showing up on my sheet correctly. Tools. Tool expertise. Your proficiency bonus is doubled for any ability check. Any ability check that uses your proficiency with a tool. So that's 6 plus 5. So that's 11. That's the same as my Arcana.
Okay.
I'll just roll Arcana. That's a nat 1, and we're not going to let that happen. I'm going to inspire that
Absolutely
shit.
not.
Absolutely
Okay.
not. Natural 20. Much better.
Natural 20?
Natural
Yep.
20.
For 31?
For 31.
You take your time and you inscribe the sigils as directed from the blueprint. And as you do, it's like almost like a mirroring moment of someone else working on like something exactly the same. Of Moss working on this. And you almost have like an image of your mind of him just muttering to himself in Dwarvish, saying, "Not finished, not wasted." As if, though he didn't finish the work, he's pleased that someone else is not wasting it. And as that image goes through your mind, there's like a flash of a single fine thread. And then before you know it, bow's done. It's complete. As it is complete, I'm going to share with you the D&D Beyond page for this weapon. Except D&D Beyond is very slow, and I'm trying to get it open this whole time.
I think she's thinking about Car and Moss as she's doing it, and the idea of, like, I mean, you know, they just had a death, and the idea of your work not being completed is awful for an artificer. But she's working on the bow first because she's thinking about Arya. Because this is the weapon that she would have given to Arya. And so she does put a KM on the bow to honor the original blueprint. And she puts her maker's mark because she finished it. But she puts Arya's name on, like, Arya's name is inscribed on the bow.
This is fucking rad.
As you complete the bow,
You use your time. I guessed it.
for those who cannot see the image or check the link, it is what once may have been a bow in a previous life has been modified so extensively that its original craftsmanship is almost impossible to identify. Tight coils of pale blue banasite wiring run along its limbs, looping through arcanic conductor rings and small focusing plates embedded into the grip. When wielded, the bow seems to react intuitively to its bearer. The string begins to draw before the wielder's hand completes the motion, and the weapon subtly adjusts its own aim according to the wielder's intent. You have a +1 bonus to attack and damage rolls made with this magic weapon. Intentive aim. When you make an attack with this weapon, you may use your intelligence modifier instead of dexterity for the attack and damage rolls. Force conductive shots. Attacks made with this weapon deal an extra 1d6 force damage on a hit. Kinetic impacts. When you score a critical hit with this weapon, you choose to either push the target 10 feet directly away from you or to knock it prone. Receptive to artifice. This weapon is unusually receptive to infusions, arcanic modification, and magical reinforcement. Despite being a magic weapon, it can be affected by an artificer's infusions as though it were non-magical, provided the infusion can normally apply to a bow or ranged weapon. If an artificer infusion grants this weapon an additional bonus to attack and damage rolls, that bonus stacks with the bow's existing +1 bonus. Similar effects can be applied through skilled crafting checks by a proficient smith tinkerer.
Oh, thank you for this present, Echo.
You're welcome.
Fucking rad.
Yeah. Do I have? I feel like I have proficiency with a longbow just from being
You-
a half-elf,
you
but I
do.
might be wrong. Yeah. I almost took sharpshooter and then I decided against it because I don't do a lot at range. So that was my bad. But oh my god.
Oh
Now I
wait,
have-
did you Echo? You didn't read the mastery property. on the page?
It's the same for all longbows. The weapon has a following mastery property. To use this property, you must have a feature that lets you use it. Slow. If you hit a creature with this weapon and deal damage to it, you can reduce its speed by 10 feet until the start of your next turn. That is a 5.5 rule. If your character has mastery with a longbow, you can use that.
I've never
Nice.
heard of such a thing.
Yeah, I have not historically done much with the.
Yeah.
Well, that's what
Oh.
this does. What the fuck does the vest do?
Yeah, right?
Ah!
I mean, I imagine it took a while to craft this thing. I think the vest might be a tomorrow thing, unless we have time for it now.
It took you 2 hours to finish the bow.
Holy shit, that's so quick. Oh, and how much
It was
Banasite?
almost done.
How much Banasite so I can
You
knock
didn't
off?
use any Banasite.
Holy
Just plates.
shit.
You used
Okay.
about 10 inches worth of mithril plating.
Okay. Wow. That is incredible. Almost finished. All right. We got time for the harness. Let's do the harness.
Okay. As you turn to the harness, you feel the bow. Where do you put the bow? Do you put it down? Do you put it on your back? Do you put it in your bag? What do
She
you do
puts
with
it she puts it immediately on her back.
Okay. As you're like reaching behind yourself to like basically stow it, you feel those mithril plates which react to your intent. You feel like a pulse when you put it on your back and let go.
Pulse.
Yes.
Does this seem like the introduction to? I don't know if this only applies to the harness, but does this count as an introduction to my artificery?
I
Or
don't
is
know
it
what that
like
means.
Well, when the note that the dwarf had was like for the harness was about like you have to introduce it to your work. Do I think the same thing applies to this bow, or is this just an attunement thing? That's
The
happening?
bow is not attunement.
Oh, the bow is not
Connecting with
holy.
you
It's just oh, okay.
spiritually.
Got it. Okay. Okay. Bow is not attunement. That's wild. Incredible.
Artificers are pretty cool, I guess.
Yeah, artificers are, yeah, I guess that's great. Okay. Yeah, let's make this harness.
Okay.
Is there anything I need to do?
So you're going to need, you are going to need to actually spend some Banasite on this one.
Okay.
You're also going to need smith's tools.
I have those. I am proficient
Okay.
in them.
First and foremost, I need you to roll me an Arcana check.
Okay. God damn it. Why am I rolling so many nat ones? I'm spending my last inspo to not have that be a nat one.
Okay.
Ugh, 5, 16.
Flash of Genius.
Oh, yeah, I guess I do have that. Yeah, I'll add a Flash of Genius to that. 16. Thank you for reminding me of my own traits that I definitely have. Flash of Genius, that's a 16. Okay, so that was I rolled a 5. That's a 16, I think.
Okay.
It's 16 without the Flash of Genius.
Oh, 16 without a Flash of Genius, so that's 21.
So it'd be 21.
21. You, using your smith's tools, see that the blueprints call for a cylinder of ceramic. So your first hour is just making the cylinder, basically, which you understand is going to be an insulating core for a capacitor, an arcane capacitor. Next, I need you to roll me a smithing check.
So that's strength plus my proficiency.
Yes.
Okay, that's 10. I think. Strength proficiency doubled is 6 plus 4. Okay, so that's 10 plus 10.
This is going to be the most time-consuming part of both projects. So
Okay.
this project, making this capacitor, is going to take you about 3 hours.
Okay, I'm gonna enhance ability one more time to give myself
Okay.
advantage on that.
Go ahead.
Okay, so that's 20.
20. Okay. Let's see here. Yep, that means the DC. Okay. From the blueprint, you understand this harness is designed to create a short-range kinetic field around the wearer. The notes describe it as a device meant to disrupt enemy momentum, hinder movement, and conduct force through close-range strikes. One margin note says the harness does not make a wall, but it teaches the space around the wearer to argue with those that are passing through it.
Oh my god.
You use your smithing tools to cut the copper plating into nested strips that wrap around that ceramic core with thin layers of banisite powder infused into it. This is going to require 120 gold worth of banisite powder and 2 feet of copper plating. Once assembled, that capacitor is sealed into the housing that is in the center of the harness's, like, chest slot. Then, once you're done building that, the last step is you basically have to channel one of your infusions into the harness.
Yeah, absolutely. Does that mean that I have to, like, something that I have currently infused? Or
You have
like,
to use you have to
use
pick an infusion.
infusion
that-
slot. Okay,
Yes.
got it. Okay. All right. So what I will do then is I will give up my repeater,
Okay.
my gun. I will, because I have this cool as hell bow now. So I'll burn that infusion slot and channel this one.
Okay. In doing so, you become attuned to this. And it is, you understand, an arcanic kinetic harness. I will link that for everyone to understand what you've just built. This reinforced arcanic harness is fitted with layered banisite wiring, kinetic focusing coils, and pressure-sensitive conductor plates. It is worn over or beneath armor and is designed to synchronize with the Artificer's own infused equipment, drawing power through their personal magical engineering rather than operating as a self-contained enchantment. While attuned to the harness, you can integrate it with your Artificer infusions during a short or long rest. Choose one item on your person that bears one of your Artificer infusions. That item becomes the harness's kinetic conduit until you finish another short or long rest or until the infusion ends. Kinetic field. As a bonus action, you activate the harness, creating a visible field of force energy in a 15-foot radius around you. The field lasts for 1 minute until you dismiss it or until you are incapacitated. For the duration, the field moves with you and has the following effects. Hostile creatures of your choice treat the area of the field as difficult terrain. When a hostile creature of your choice starts its turn in the field, it must make a strength saving throw against your Artificer spell save DC. On a failed save, its speed is reduced by 10 feet until the start of its next turn. You can activate the field once, and you regain the ability to do so when you finish a long rest. You can also activate it again by expending an Artificer spell slot of 2nd level or higher. Force conductive strikes. While your kinetic field is active, your attacks deal an extra 2d6 force damage to targets within the radius on a hit. Gaussic Snare. When a creature you can see within your kinetic field attempts to move out of the field, you can use your reaction to force it to make a strength saving throw against your Artificer spell save DC. On a failed save, the creature's speed becomes 0 until the end of the current turn. You can use this reaction up to 3 times, which reset upon a long rest.
Basically, the aura is like syrup.
Yeah, the
Good
molasses.
fucking luck.
I mean, I love how well this also, like, her little kinetic field that she has that gives her temporary HP as an armor. That's cool as fuck. She got new little extra force armor. Yeah, she's
spicy.
she's spicy. She's
So
gonna
you
channel
can
that.
you can combine this harness with your armor's infusion.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Incredible. I will look for them in the inventory and add them. She's gonna like, I don't know how late is it when we're done with this?
It's about 8 in the evening.
Oh wow, so not even. She's gonna like you. It's gonna be like so quiet, chill, quiet. People are doing their, like drinking their drinks, playing with their dogs, having their conversations, and then like a shot, just like Spring just like bursts up from below deck, and it's like, look at this cool shit.
Looking like Tony fucking Stark.
Yeah, it's like spinning around, modeling it, but like is like excitedly explaining in completely overly technical jargon that no one actually understands except for a couple, like what it does, and like is just like, and it's like it's great. You've never seen her so excited.
Spring.
No, I don't think I've ever seen her this happy.
Spring, roll me a perception check while you're flourishing about and excitedly brandishing the bow and the harness.
Yeah, sure. She has terrible perception, so that'll be fun. Yeah, that's a 5. 5 is in the air today. 7.
7.
5D
Okay.
in the air tonight.
Don't worry about it.
Cool. No, she's not. She is not worried about anything for the first time, like at this whole campaign. Except for when they were in the Feywild and she was like literally under a
Bewitched.
spell.
Renata is thrilled you're happy, but has no idea what you're talking about. She's just clapping. It looks
Yeah,
great.
Scythe is a little. I think Scythe is a little drunk, and she kind of stands up and she's like, "Do you want to test it out?"
Yes.
I'm gonna punch
All
side
right,
in the
all right,
face.
all right. Come here, come here. Try. You gotta stop me. You gotta stop me from moving. Right. That's what we're doing.
Yeah, so we're
Or-
doing is you're right. She's gonna
Okay.
activate the kinetic field.
So
like,
suddenly,
all right.
this blue energy seems to just immediately emerge from Spring. It's like every once in a while, almost like a plasma ball tendril will out towards like Scythe, who's in the field and designated as a hostile. You'll see like these plasma ball strings lance out towards Scythe's feet and shoulder. And Scythe, you feel a pull, like a weird pull.
That's weird.
Every time you try and move, it's like you're in water, but you're not.
Okay. So now So Scythe is gonna try to leave the field, and so that's a strength saving throw.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a strength saving throw.
Holy shit. As you try and leave, you turn and suddenly you just feel like you can't move. Your feet are just clamped to the ground.
Scythe looks down at her feet, her boots, her like boot shaped feet, and she like looks down at them and she's like frowning and she goes, "Magnets."
I mean, not quite, but kind of. Spring is like
I can't move.
explaining.
Yeah, so Spring is gonna try to explain
Yeah.
like the anti-kinetic force,
Yeah.
and Scythe is just like standing there because she can't move.
Yeah.
Spring, are you like gesticulating as you're talking?
Yes. Oh, 100%. Absolutely.
As you do, as you're like moving your hands and talking with them, you feel that same energy that's holding Scythe in place. You almost feel like momentum, as if it's like a physical energy building on your knuckles in the gauntlets that you wear.
Puncher.
That's
Punch
cool
her.
as hell. That's cool as hell. Hey, Scythe. Can I test out the punching? Is that okay? Or is that too much?
No, yeah, go ahead, hit me.
Yeah.
Roll a gauntlet attack and add 2d6 force to the total.
Okay. Best
Dent her
day
chest plate.
ever. Yeah. PvP.
I thought you said PPP.
Okay, we're gonna do.
Unless you use the bow, you could also do that.
We're gonna do punching, I think. Okay, so it's that's 19 to hit. Does that hit you, Scythe?
Yeah, that'll hit.
Okay. Okay, so that's 8 points of thunder damage, and how much kinetic am I rolling?
2d6 force damage.
2d6 force damage. Okay, Spring just got
So that's-
amped up.
Yeah, 8.
So
9. So
So
literally the same
18.
amount. 9 of
9.
thunder and 9 of force. 18.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Wham.
force damage, you feel like the thunder, the vibration as her fists slam into you, and then there's this follow-up of this horrible concussive just that really digs into your armor, and it hurts.
Oh. And, she's not raging or anything. I mean, there wouldn't be any resistance to force either way, but she's not raging or anything, so it's just like a... Oh. She's like, Ow.
You okay? Here, cure wounds, cure wounds.
Immediately like, sorry, Band-Aid.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
And she's certainly not even a little bit as good as Renata, but she's got it as a just in case measure. 7. Here, 7. Take less than half back.
Side reaches out with one, big gauntlet hand, and she puts it on top of Spring's head, and she goes, "Packs a wallop."
Yeah. And you know what, Scythe? You know what the best part is? It's blue. All my artificer magic is always fucking pink,
Instead of
and
your-
this one is blue.
It's a good color.
You don't think it swirls together, makes purple?
I was thinking about that, but I think we're just gonna let it be blue because that's what it is. It's very fucking cool in its art, and it was mostly made by this other artificer, and I love the idea it has his
signature.
Like the sky.
And the water sometimes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Blue is great. Pink is fine. Blue is cool, and I feel really cool, and I love it.
You look cool.
Thank you.
Roll me another perception check, Spring.
Okay.
No, there can't be any Quincy's.
9.
9. There's this echo in the back of your mind of the excitement that you're feeling. You feel it again.
Oh my god, he's in there.
Oh my god. Oh my god, are you conscious? Can I think to it? Is he in it? Is he in there? Is this a conscious harness thing?
Nothing happens.
Echo's like, all right, you're running away with this.
Everyone else is drunk. Everyone else is drunk regular. Spring is drunk on artifice.
Yeah.
That'd be a good song name.
Yeah. But she's buzzing. She's buzzing with happiness about that. That's great.
Okay. As Spring finishes building the artifice from Karam Moss, and you guys are continuing to sail on an uneventful evening, as Naga basically is leaning at the helm, oh, all right, another thing. I think that's what we'll call tonight's session. So let me go ahead and pull up the splash. Unless, before I leave, anybody else had anything else they wish to do.
Nope.
Okay.
Oh, I will send a sending to my dad
Oh, right.
to be hey, can we give a commission? Would you help me take a commission for Forged for my friend? And what would we need?
How about we handle that at the beginning of next
We
session?
can handle that at the beginning of next session. Absolutely.
Because that's
100%.
not a short
Yeah,
answer.
sure. That makes total sense.
Okay. As we come to the end of the session, I want to thank you for playing with me. I had a great time running. Before we go any farther, we must give our players an opportunity to vote on a point of inspiration for something that they liked for another player. And we're going to start at the top of the order with Class. Who did something you liked?
I'm gonna vote for Renata, and the emotional. Well, yeah, it was kind of emotional talking about building a forged body for herself. And I think that whole scene was pretty impactful and pivotal and important, and I really liked it.
Well, thanks.
Mm-hmm.
Meg, who did something you liked?
Mine's also for Renata. I thought he was gonna say emotional roller coaster, and that's what my vote is for, the emotional roller coaster, where we had the whole like talk with her god, where she's like, "Oh no, I don't accept your answer here."
We're the
then-
god.
Damn it, Paul. I don't care what you're saying.
And then like, so there's the down and then the up of like, oh, but I'm gonna accept my god's answer for this augur. Like, let's go raid this boat. And then, yeah, it was just all over the place. It was really fun.
Thanks.
Yeah, Calciox is like, I don't know. What do you want?
What do you want? Like, it was a fun insight into her as a character, where she like a little bit of it is, and I don't know if you are aware of this, Pen, but she accepts what she wants from her god, basically.
Yeah.
Don't most people?
Yes.
Amazing. Okay. Go for Pen. Next, Pen, who did something you
A
liked?
vote for Penn is a vote for Joy. I want to give it to
Campaigning?
Ine Sarai because she's such a little delight. I can't figure her out. I can't wait to learn more about her. She is a nut that has yet to be cracked. What's going on there? What's her deal?
So far, she's the only one Naga likes, so.
Yeah. Renata
Even though she
really wants to
ran her
ask.
ship in his.
She never had control of the ship, guys. It's not her ship.
Renata really wants to ask her how her magic works, and it'll be a conversation when there's like an appropriate time for it. But she's so like divine magic and divination are like there's like someone said, I can't remember, maybe it was Emily. There's so much overlap,
She
but
does
they're
math.
different.
She
Yeah,
does math.
And that'll be a fun conversation, but I can't wait to learn more about Ine Sarai. Every glimpse is entertaining.
Next, Emily, who did something you liked?
I also am going to vote for Emisarai. First of all, for being like the kitchen. It's underwater, no problem. We're doing it anyway.
We gotta spruce up this galley.
Yeah, like she has such a like lady of the house sensibility. She has such a like, yeah, I'm expecting things nice, and if they are not nice, I will make them nice. Don't worry, I got it. And she just sort of like shapes the world around her by force of her personality and expectation in a way that I have not seen anyone else do, and it's fantastic. I love it. I would also like to give an honorable the two one-liners that I fucking loved from Scythe, which was the looking at the blueprint and just going math, and then looking down at the feet and going magnets. Like, so funny. Scythe says so little and is so funny when she talks. But my vote is for Emisarai, though.
Okay.
It was close.
Another vote for Meg. Last but not least, Sal.
I would like to vote for Spring, actually, for her. Wow, yes, of course, I'll help you do this insanely large project.
Renata was
worried.
prepared for pushback, or
Yeah,
her
Renata
to,
was like
be
worried that it
still
was like,
upset
oh
with her.
god, she's gonna be mad still because of that thing where I might be contagious and she might die, and Spring's just like, fuck yeah, this is a huge undertaking that I definitely want to challenge myself with professionally, and Renata's sort of left spinning, and following her around and trying to do her laundry. But I was very entertained by how Spring that was. So that
The
is-
moral dilemma of making someone into a forge wasn't even there. It was just I'll make a forge.
Sure? Yeah,
It's gonna be
I'll
hard and
do it.
expensive. I'm down.
Well, she did say, "Are you sure? Are you sure?"
Yeah, well,
To get
she
take it
got
back.
the
If
okay.
you're sure,
No take backsies.
Do it.
her being sure is not Spring's problem. Like that is 100% not a problem.
And so, as we come to the end of the session, Pen and Meg, You have each earned a point of inspiration for your performance today. Well done. Peg. Well, anyway, thank you all for playing with me tonight. I hope you guys had a good time. And to those of you who are at home or at work watching, hi Pen, hi Sleepy, hi Emily, hi Class, hi everybody else. We love you all. And I wish you a good night.